I've been looking forward to do this all week. Welcome to a triple surprise for Nancy Cartwright, Kevin Michael Richardson, and Nika Futterman. For it is their birthdays. I'm real excited to do this. So when my friends join in, we'll talk about how great these voice actors are. Hey, Blitz,
Hi.
how's it going?
Good.
Good to know. I'm just glad to be home. It's been raining where it's coming home.
Mm,
And I had a pretty good time at Hobby Lobby. I got a couple new things. Like one of them is a new Venom thing I haven't put it up yet. Let's see here. I'll show you.
cool.
Yep. So how was school?
Pretty good.
That's good to know. And I will post him after the stream. So
All right.
yeah. Oh,
Hold up, just load out costume.
I know you're out of costume.
Uh, all right, there.
All right, cool. So how are you today, Fresh?
Eat my shorts.
What?
You heard me.
Oh, that's what Bart says.
What? No, that's stuff Superman
I
says.
can.
Yes, of course he does.
Well, I never heard him say "eat my shorts" before, so.
It's his freaking catchphrase. But yes,
Well, the only catchphrase I know he does is "I caramba," so.
there's also don't have a cow man and
Whoa,
all that
mama.
other stuff.
All right. So, all right, let's go ahead and get started. And I think we should talk about Nancy Cartwright first, because she is
Well, just say that
old.
she was born in, yeah, I know that's you're trying to like keep this like all good and stuff, but yeah, it's complicated when you gotta say. Let's just say that since she was born in 1957. Yeah, let's put it like that. Let's go by the
All right.
years. But
All right. So,
well,
we're talking about Nancy first. So, her our first voice what we're going to talk about is. I'm just put it down.
yeah,
Well, not, not
and what I was
technically
trying to say, like,
first.
as much as I am excited to do this, I need to step out a little for a little while. So just
Oh,
yeah, I
okay.
just need to step out.
Okay.
Just but just carry on to get your opinions out
Oh,
if you need to. Like I'll say my side. It's just
all right.
Well, I did put
And I
that in
didn't
and I
know.
already put it in.
I didn't know you put it in first, Blitz, but anyhow. All right, Bart Simpson from The Simpsons.
Okay, Bart Simpson, like, yeah, one of Nancy's main roles from The Simpsons, of course. Like, not one of her first roles, but, like, most memorable, like, yeah. The Simpsons for Bart, yeah, it was really good for him. Like, yes, I watched The Simpsons when I was a kid during, like, Hulu in the clips they would post there. And basically, Bart's this savage kid that doesn't care about the rules, especially with Principal Skinner. And I do like those moments where, like, he has some savage moments and all that. And then, of course, there's sometimes like the sad moments he has because there are sometimes Bart can be unfavored than to Lisa because Lisa is like the smartest kid in the family and all that. Because I do remember this episode where they were trying to do like this when they were growing up and all that. It was
Mm-hmm.
Bart's 12th birthday, right? And
Yeah.
Lisa got a message from the school saying you were the student of the month for 48 months again.
Man.
And she took the spotlight basically. So like Bart's not all that bad. Like yes, of course he could cause trouble and all that, but hey, he's just a kid. Like of course, like his future is surprising. Like yeah, his wife, now ex-wife, was voiced by Amy Poehler, which was surprising. And yeah,
Wow, that is surprising because I didn't know what his wife looked like, and yeah, that is shocking to know that Amy Poehler was in Simpsons, which I didn't know about. And another thing about Bart, a running gag throughout the series is him calling the bar owner and prank calling him stuff.
Mouse Hammer and Mouse speaking. Hi, he's over there. Oliver who? Oliver that ass? Is that Oliver that ass over here? Oliver that ass. Come on, guys. I want to get over all of that ass. Maybe you should try downstairs. Oh, and all that.
Yeah, that's what he's known for and stuff. And yeah, he's an alright character. Yeah, one of Nancy's popular roles to voice. And yeah,
Yeah.
even though I don't watch The Simpsons, I still appreciate that she's done this. I see a few
Yeah.
clips, and she's done a good job.
Fun fact, she didn't really originally audition for Bart.
Really?
Yeah, it was Lisa.
Oh,
Yeah.
huh. Wonder how
But
it worked if she voiced Lisa instead.
she still would have been awesome, but so glad that she took like the role of Bart Simpson. Like, yeah, Bart, yeah, 10 out of 10.
All right, I'll give it a 9. All right, next one, Ralph Wiggum.
Yeah, Ralph, the son of Chief Wiggum. Like, yeah, not very bright and all that. It's because, like, yeah, there was a flashback where Ralph got hit in the head as a child by the
Oh, that
ground.
explains it.
And yeah, Ralph just has his random moments like here and there. I've watched a video years ago where it says here Ralph could be your spirit animal and all that. Like in
Yeah,
the
and I never see the video, but I saw a picture where he has armpit stains, and he said, "I wet my arm pants."
and then one of the funniest one, it was like, you know, in the Simpsons movie where he's like, I like men now. I was like, you like men now? Okay, then. And he was saying hi to like the people from the school. He was like, hi, Lisa. And he was like, hi, Super Nintendo Chalmers.
All right then.
Because it's Super Nintendo, not like Nintendo and all that.
Oh, okay.
Let's see here. And then, yeah, random, yeah. My cat's breath smells like cat food. Like, what else can you say about that?
Man.
I mean, overall, Ralph, he can't do any harm. I mean, like, he's just an innocent character. I give him an 8 out of 10.
Oh, yeah, he's pretty random. I do your score as well. So, all right, next one. Nelson Muntz, the bully.
Yeah, Nelson, like, yeah, being the boy of like Springfield and all that, especially to Bart. But there are times where like Bart and Nelson can work together, surprisingly.
Really?
And, yeah, yeah.
Huh.
So Nelson started off this bully, like, yeah, I remember they had a fight and everything, and there was like, yeah, this one scene where Bart actually hit him in the face, and Nelson was bleeding out of his nose.
Wow.
He didn't even notice until one of his friends like mentioned it, like, Nelson, your nose is bleeding. And yeah, Nelson, like, yeah, even though he's a bully, he does have a sad childhood. Like, you know, his dad left, and like, you know, never coming back.
That explains it.
He went to get a pack of cigarettes, but here's the thing, though. He also purchased peanuts, but his dad was allergic to peanuts, which caused him to have a peanut reaction and all that.
That's probably why he left.
And then since he had that peanut reaction, he was forced to go to the zoo because he looked like a freak. But in the episode, his dad actually returned to the family, but for some reason after that, he didn't return at all. And of course, his mom, like, I can't even describe his mom, like, you know, being a drunk and all that, being a stripper, like, yeah.
Yikes. I don't blame him for having that kind of rough childhood.
But yeah, Nelson, like, yeah, he could be nice time to time. Like, yeah, he's good at the guitar, and like, he's especially nice to Lisa.
I didn't know he was nice to Lisa, but he always bullies Bart.
All right, I'm here.
All right, we were just talking about Nelson Muntz.
Yeah, I can see. I'm not blind.
All right, but what are your thoughts about Nelson?
Okay, so with Nelson, yes. Of course, starting out as the typical bully that's just misunderstood and just doesn't know any better for his insecurities and stuff. But um, I do like how his softer side he can just warm him up a bit. Usually with Bart, and yeah, it's kind of weird how he along with Bart, Nelson, and Ralph kind of become this foursome that can just they often like do things here and there, and it's kind of he's got like feelings too. Yeah.
Yeah, and Bud told me about his sad childhood. I was like, wow.
hmm And of course, my rating for Nelson, even though like I started as a bully, yeah, I give him a 9 out of 10, especially for his like iconic like laugh and all that.
Okay. I give it a 7. And since we were talking about Bart and Ralph Wiggum, do you want to talk about him?
Well, duh.
All right, so Bart first.
All right, so yes, the also original quote unquote bad boy troublemaker that every kid so wanted to be, looking up to him about his way of being just cool and mischievous. So anyway, yes, like someone said commented on YouTube, there was a time where Bart used to be much more popular than Homer, and yeah, he basically did steal the show. I find him fascinating. I liked all his freaking quips and bad boy attitude, even though sometimes it can be a little bit irritating. Kind of like how I saw Cartman progress. Like I had no idea he was a bully at first, but I was like, oh right, so this is why everybody hates him. But the fans love him, of course. But he just does. But this is just all part of being literally born the baddest boy ever. Because yes, when Marge was pregnant with him, she injected like some alcoholic drink, and that caused Bart to become mischievous.
What?
Yeah.
No way. Why would she do that?
No, she didn't do that. Like it was an accident. Like it just
like the mayor, like he smashed the bottle and one slip into her mouth that caused like Bart to be what he is today.
Wow.
Yeah.
Dang.
But the truth is, like he does all this because frankly he is too misunderstood, but there is still some good in him, nevertheless.
Yep.
And I told Bliss that a running gag throughout the series that he calls the bar owner and crank call him.
Yeah, those are the best. Like,
of course. Yeah.
All right, and next one for you to talk about is Nelson Muntz.
We already did discuss him.
Yeah, you mean Ralph Wiggum?
Oh, Ralph. Okay, yeah, Ralph Wiggum. Okay, my bad.
Okay, yes. I have my ups and downs when it comes to dim-witted characters. Like, yes, I'm tolerable with good-hearted ones like Goofy and classic Patrick, but with Ralph, it's kind of, if it wasn't for Chief Wiggum dropping him in the first place, but like he sometimes fascinates me. Like this one time where Bart tries to impress everybody by singing the Bartman. He's like, "That is so last year" or something like that. And then when when he swore too, it was.
I'm like men now.
And yeah, but not really one of my favorite ones. But I do like the voice that Nancy, of course, gives him.
Yeah.
But at least, kind of like his happy-go-lucky, optimistic ways. Like, yeah, I guess nothing will ever get him down. Just his way of being a ray of sunshine in his own right. Like being the one person to just enjoy life.
I do remember this also another scene where he had to teach the class, and he was like, "All right, class, what's 2 + 2 equals the Amazing Ralph," and he jumped out the window.
Wow.
And of course there was his portrayal in a school play where he did George Washington, and he like amazed everybody.
Yeah.
That's pretty interesting. And I told Bliss this. I didn't see a clip of it, but I saw a photo of it where he has armpit stains, and he said, "I wet my arm pants."
and something similar to that when he was like, "Why do people run from me?" And then he wet himself.
He wet himself. Yeah. I saw
Oh,
that.
okay. All right. Next one, Todd Flanders.
Oh yes, one of Ned Flanders' children. Like, yeah, all I can say is like, yeah, he's a good child because raised by Ned. But he surprised me one time. He's like, I don't want any damn vegetables.
Yeah, I know. I remember seeing that clip years ago, and because the mom asked, "Are you gonna eat that?" He said, "Heck no." What did you say? I said, "I don't want any dang vegetables." And if you look closely, his eyes glinted as hinted that he was serious. And then as far as like, all right, no more Bible stories for you, Mister. And he cried and ran upstairs.
For me, in the Simpsons movie, is like, I wish Homer was my father, and I wish he didn't have the devil's curly hair.
Whoa! Oh, wow! Holy cow! But being raised by a Christian family that came out of nowhere for him. I bet that shocked a lot of viewers because it's not an incident and innocent, not incident. Gee whiz.
Wow.
But that's just crazy, man. All right, hang on. I'm just writing down the next one.
But okay, so other than that, yeah. For Todd, yeah, I'll give him a 7 out of 10.
10.
All
right. Next one, Chucky Finster from the Rugrats.
So yeah, I was really surprised that she took over the role after Christine Cavanaugh retired and all that. And yeah, for Chucky, she did really good, especially playing him in All Grown Up.
I agree.
Yeah, when they and yeah, I know people don't really like the Rugrats reboot, but I did see this interview where she's wearing the Chucky glasses, and I was like, doing the voice.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, I know she wears glasses in real life, but for her to actually wear his glasses, that's pretty cool.
I mean, yeah, and the way her version of Chucky was really good. Couldn't tell the difference when I was a kid, but I can hear a slight difference now.
All right. For Chucky, yeah, I really liked him as a kid. He's just nervous all the time. And I didn't always wear glasses because I remember reading a book as a kid, and he could barely see the TV, and he actually had to scoot up and see the TV, and he had to go to see the eye doctor. And I saw a video of scariest moments in cartoons, and Chucky when he's without his glasses, he could see everything as a monster and stuff. So yeah.
In fact, yeah, they did a crossover with Our Real Monsters and Rugrats.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, Chucky, yes, he can be afraid, but that just makes him, very unique, having his own personality. Every baby has to have their own personality. Yeah, For Chucky, I give him a 10 out of 10.
11.
Yeah, I kind of like how he progressed in All Grown Up, where he did come up with his own deadpan quips, and I just kind of like how he's look at that, it's like Bart Simpson, only becoming much more confident and trying to maintain his everyman physique or something, sort of trying to be like Tommy, So I give him 10. Yeah.
All right, and next one. The shoe from Who Framed Roger Rabbit.
And another thing, I already added Todd, you just added it, kind of like what
I didn't see him. I'm sorry. My bad, dude. All right, so this was a minor role because in a movie, there's this guy named Judge Doom who's out killing tunes, and he just grabs this one random tune shoe, and he has a toxic chemicals that kills tunes, and he just slowly dips the shoe and the tank, and that's it. So that was apparently Nancy Cartwright. So yeah, we all felt bad for that shoe because yeah.
I mean, it was just disturbing how the sounds that it made.
I know. I mean, she did good, but it's still horrifying too. But kudos for her. All right, next one.
Hey, wait.
Pist-
He didn't.
What?
Blitz didn't get his side.
I
Oh,
mean,
sorry.
like, I only like saw once like the shoe, but still surprised that was sure. But I mean, with ratings, do you want to give a rating?
No, I mean like we like since it's a minor, there's no like ratings depending on like the character's awesomeness per se.
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah. All right. Next one. Pistol from Goof Troop.
No, that
And
says
yes.
good troop. That
Good.
says,
Ah, God damn it.
that says good troop. I don't know what the hell you're talking about.
Okay.
Well,
That was a typo. I meant to put Goof Troop, not
Please
Good
Goof
Troop.
excuse him, everybody.
Wait.
He's still high on that crack a bit.
Okay. Anyhow, okay. So Pistol, yes, there is a girl named Pistol, and it's because Pete named her Pistol for some reason. But that's just what Pete is. But you guys explain because you know her better than I do.
All I just know, like, yeah, I was really surprised that, like, PG had a little sister because, watching the movie first and all that. And then when I watched that video by Saturday Morning Reborn, finding out that, like, Pistol was voiced by Nancy Cartwright, like, yeah, she's like the little sister to PJ, and, like, nothing else to say about that, unless Fresh has an opinion.
I mean, okay, like when comparing to her and Mindy from Animaniacs, it's kind of like that version. That's all that is. But since I've heard that she's kind of quote unquote psychotic or something like that, so I'm like, okay then. So a cutie but danger type of character. That's a little. Okay, if you want to go in that direction, then go ahead.
And hi, Judd.
For me, I'll just say a 5 out of 10.
Same.
6. All right. Next one. Dana from The Land Before Time 6, The Secret of Source Rock. So I haven't seen this movie in several years, but I do remember that Sarah is one of Era's Triceratops cousins. Oh wait, not Sarah, not Sierra. Why did I say Sierra for? Anyway, so yeah, she was basically in our twin cousins, Dana, and I don't remember who the other one was, but and they like say random stuff like daddy do almost like baby talk, but one of the members, Ducky, can actually understand them and stuff. So they're a little bit like troublemakers because of how young they are, and yeah, and at the time of the movie Stars Rock, they actually went up there one time because Era told them to get lost because of how annoying they were, and they actually broke a part of the Source Rock and actually caused a curse, but they saved the day and stuff. And yeah, that's all I can remember from Dana, and it's just a small grace like Triceratops. That's all. So I give her 8 out of 10.
Really can't say nothing.
Yeah, like I know the series, but I mean the franchise and stuff, but it's just been a long time.
It's all right. I haven't seen the other movies in a while either. I haven't seen the newer ones either. I still can't believe they're actually making newer ones. But
I mean,
anyways,
that's the thing. I was pretty confused about this, The Land Before Time. Like, yes, I know it was the original film, but like making like a lot of sequels and all that, that was really surprising and all that. Like,
yeah, they actually made a series too. So,
I mean, yeah, I didn't know that Raul Paulson's in one of them.
yeah. All right, next one. Fresh suggested this. Goldilocks from the 70s.
Oh, I remember her.
That's right. You know the classic story of Goldilocks and the Three Bears, but this time it's actually Goldilocks who is the actual villain. And
Really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
she is.
Ooh, I can't wait to hear this.
So yes, so it starts out with her running away from the Three Bears and finding refuge in the 70s house. So she starts doing the classic thing about eating all their food and saying like, "I'm all cute and tiny and adorable, and please don't get me out there because I was chased by three bears and I had to eat and stuff." So she starts to get on each of their nerves one by one, but it's Happy who keeps on telling them, "Come on, give her a chance." And then once she breaks his guitar while he's trying to maintain his happiness, he's like, "She has got to go." And
Wow.
then,
I mean, I don't blame him for finally snapping, because if you break one of his things, especially his guitar, because that's his trademark, if you do that, he's going to lose it.
well, technically he didn't because he's just that happy. He can't ever
I know,
be.
but I'm just saying, I would probably lose my marbles if someone break my guitar.
But for this, once again, she pulled off she pulled off the act of being adorable but mischievous again. So I give that 10 out of 10.
Yeah,
Well,
the
since I don't know her, but what a subscriber, that's crazy. But I'll give her a 7 out of 10.
performance wise, 10 out of 10. Character wise, like yeah, annoying. Then like trying to like goody. 5 out of 10.
All right. Next one, Rufus from Kim Possible.
One of the surprising ones from Nancy, to be honest.
Yeah. I didn't know that Nancy voiced him. I figured it would be like D. Bradley Baker or Frank Walker, but she nailed it. So Rufus is Ron Stubble's, almost Ron Possible. Ron Stubble's naked mole rat. His go-to buddy and stuff. He doesn't speak, but only does a bit of gibberish. But it's still like a good sidekick to him and stuff. And he's a pretty cool, in my opinion, and a little bit funny too.
Yeah, Rufus, like yeah, he does have his random cool times, especially with Ron and all that. Yeah, that's what makes it like. And I was really surprised that like Nancy returned for like the live action movie.
Yeah, I saw that behind the voice. I was like, wow.
And yeah, and I was really surprised. Like yeah, I remember like behind the voice actors. Apparently, Rufus got all buff and stuff, and the voice for Rufus when he got like all strong was Michael Thorne.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Wow. That's pretty impressive.
Yeah, but overall, Rufus.
Yeah, Rufus is sorry to interrupt, but yeah, Rufus is just a go-to guy. You can't have a Kim Possible episode without him, basically.
I mean, yeah, he's kind of like the Scooby Doo of like the franchise.
Yeah.
But yeah, 10 out of 10 for me.
100.
10, yes.
All right. Next one, Todd Daring from
yeah.
Disney's The Replacements.
Yeah. Yeah, this was a surprising cast, like having like Nancy Cartwright, Greg Delisle, Cap Susan, and Darren Norris. Like, yeah, it was pretty cool, especially like when Nancy played Todd, basically.
And I had no idea that she voiced him until I searched it up. And this was my childhood back in the day. I used to watch this on ABC Family as a kid.
Ah.
Yeah, what got me was like the animation and especially the theme song. The theme song was really catchy.
Yeah. Do you prefer the first animation or the newer animation?
First.
Yeah, the first, like, yeah, it's very nostalgic. Like, yeah, Todd, like, yeah, it's basically a combination of Nelson and another character Nancy played. But yeah, yeah, Todd's like a little bit of Bart's side, but not all that troublemaking. Like, yeah, with his sister Riley, like they have these cool adventures and all that. So yeah.
Yeah, he just calls Fleemco to get like anything or anyone replaced for his own benefits mostly, while Riley does it much more either responsibly or once in a while for her own benefits, so it could just depend. But he's still a good kid.
Yeah. Yeah, so he's cool. So I give him 12 out of 10. 100.
10 out of 10.
Infinity.
Cool.
And beyond.
All right, next one. Arabian Prince, The Chipmunk Adventure.
I know this character, but I didn't really watch it. It's just like the character with the Bart Simpson voice.
Yes. So like with Alvin and the Chipmunks, it's an Alvin and the Chipmunks movie. So they go all around the world to see like who can probably like be like, I guess it's like some kind of race because I remember seeing it like twice, but while in yes so yeah, it was very interesting to see as this Arabian prince who just wants to marry Brittany because like, oh, she's so pretty, I demand her to be my wife. And what is that torn? But it was shocking. That's all.
Wow, he wants to marry a chipmunk.
Well, yeah.
Oh my lord! Imagine that marriage life: a human and a chipmunk. But even though I've never seen the movie, and I don't know who the Arabian Prince is, but I'll give you word for it for a performance. So wherever your
Dude.
score is, what?
Dude, the kid is simply just a young prince. He's a young boy.
Okay, I know, but yeah, I'll give your word for it. Wherever your rating is, I'll agree with you.
Yeah, I say 6.
All right, that's fair. All right, next one, Maggie from The Simpsons.
That's it. It's basically that like that. You can't say nothing else about Maggie.
So
well, she has-
how the what?
What? What?
No, go ahead.
I'm like even though that may be true, Blitz, but she has kind of like did all kinds of coos and cries and all that
Well, that too. And yeah, I remember like one of Maggie's other voices was James Earl Jones.
Yes.
What?
Yes,
Yeah.
in the Treehouse of Horror segments, there was this one where Homer time travels with a toaster, and when when groundskeeper Willie tried to warn him and tried to take him back, Maggie kills him and says, "This is indeed a disturbing universe."
Man. It's just like what Patrick Stewart voicing Joe Swanson's baby.
Yep.
Kind of.
Yeah. But Maggie is one of the greatest Simpson characters that's staying the baby throughout the franchise and stuff, with their classic binky always in her mouth. And
I mean,
all I can say is just she's a classic. So I'll say a 30.
10 out of 10. That's it.
And yes, we all know that the original is actually Matt Groening, who actually created the sucking noise.
Mhm.
Really?
Yeah,
That's very interesting. All right, next one, Natalie from Bobby's World.
Yeah. I was surprised she was in this show.
Same here. This has to be. I mean, like her character design. I like everything about her, but yes, well, Bobby, he's just being a little kid, not being used to strangers, but he just got out of his way to just like probably make the night a living heck. And now he's all like, I didn't do anything to you. Why are you always on my case? Or blah blah blah. But she's not really all that bad.
Yeah.
Yep.
I was gonna like elaborate with that, like being like, try to be a good babysitter, but like of course like inviting like her boyfriend along. This like what Derek and Bobby were just doing the whole time, like just to like try to get her in trouble and all that.
But in the end, they promised not to snitch on each other, and all is good. Like she was a perfect one-time character.
Interesting. All right, next one, Kearney.
It's Kearney, and he's one of the other bullies, part of Nelson's gang. Like the big bald guy. Like even though he might look like a teenager, he's actually a full-ass grown adult because he has a son.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was so shocking. Like, what the freak? Like, is this guy like held back for so long or something?
Yeah, I do remember this joke. Like what do you call it? Kearney took like Martin's trombone away, and he was telling Otto, he was like, Kearney, why are you bullying people? Why are you still in this school? We used to go to class together. Oh man, dang.
Wow.
But like about his family and all that, like it was sad too to find out like like his girlfriend like left, and basically his son has to like sleep in cupboards and all that. In the future, like Kearney actually works at the school, and his son actually had a son. So just going back and forth.
Wow.
Man.
So for him, I would give him an 8 out of 10.
Same.
Alrighty, next one, Mindy from Animaniacs.
Go ahead, Fish.
Okay. I do like how innocent she is, and even though like I guess that she's the originator of children asking why to everything, like why because why.
Ah, okay, that makes sense. Because I always wondered where that came from. Because a lot of characters use it, like for example, Eduardo from Foster's.
Oh, okay. Sorry to bring this up. It's kind of like with Peppa Pig with George always saying why.
Oh yes, that's a
Yes.
very good example. That's very noticeable. Yeah, that's a good topic. Even though I don't like Peppa Pig, but that's a good example.
Ooh, yeah, none of us do. And what I do like about her is how she says like, "Okay, I love you, bye bye."
Hmm.
It's kind of sweet, especially when she said it to Brain.
Yeah. Like, there's, no problem. Like, yeah, easy 10 out of 10 for me.
Yes.
All right, next one.
Princess, Lulu, Mike, Lou, and Og.
I just put out there if anybody know about the show.
And
I
I had
do.
no idea that because I always see like the theme song, and I didn't know that character was a girl. I thought it was a boy because she didn't have any eyelashes, so I got confused.
Really?
Yeah.
Patrick Bateman. What the hell? That's Christian Bale's character from Psycho.
Wait, who are you talking about?
The guy you just balked.
Oh, yeah, because the reason I blocked him because he said, "Do you want to do the thug shake?"
Yeah, that's Christian Bale's character from the movie American Psycho.
Okay,
Right.
yeah, I wouldn't know any about that, but continue.
Like, does anybody have knowledge about the show?
Yes, like I did do some research about it. It said something about her being let's see. I just needed like a little recap. Like the cast is awesome, but the show's art style, it's no offense, it is kind of crappy looking. But let's see. It says that let's see, going in. Okay. She's characterized by her loud and arrogant nature. She continually exploits Mike Og and her pet turtle. She's let's see, frequently a
Oh, this show. This one has Nika Futterman in it.
yes,
That's D. Bradley Baker.
yes,
Oh, okay. Yeah, because back then when I did a video for Nika Futterman's birthday, I used one of the characters for her, and when I looked it up, I recognized one of the characters. So yeah, that makes sense. So yeah.
and like okay, she has a habit of tormenting everyone and usually learns a lesson in humility by the end of each episode. And of course, like any other Freudic excuse, her unruly behavior is mostly the result of poor parenting by her dad.
Yeesh.
Yep.
All right. I said about two more, or okay, three more Nancy Cartwright roles since Blitz just put one in. But we'll talk about this one since it's only one time. Chum Chum, pilot only.
Yeah, I was really surprised it was not Nika Futterman at first. Like, yeah, Damon Hornsby remained as fanboy, like, for, like, for this. But seeing, like, Nancy Cartwright voicing Chum Chum, that was pretty, like, interesting.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, and I don't know what happened, but she would have been a good voice for Chum Chum, but, Nika Futterman was good, too.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll talk about her version of Chum Chum after we talk about the two other Nancy Cartwright roles. Or do you want to talk about Kevin then Nancy?
I mean, let's see, because, Kevin has a lot of roles, so I was like, let's go with
Yeah,
Nika.
I was thinking that too because I'll save that for last. So, all right.
And the rule, even though it's their birthdays, ladies first.
Yeah, I know. I was playing that too. Anyway, next one. Junk Food Kid Rugrats.
Oh yeah, I remember this kid. Yeah, before becoming the second voice for Chucky, this is like one of her like first roles to play in Rugrats, like in the old animation. Yeah, and let me tell you, like, yeah, it all started with Tommy and Chucky going to the playground, and basically it's a Wild West theme at this point because how like the junk food kid's supposed to be like the bad guy and all that. And, yeah, she was a female and all that. Basically, she would just eat junk food, and like take away junk food from other kids.
Dadgum.
Yeah.
So
and,
she's basically greedy.
Yeah, there was this let's see, there was another girl, Chucky and Tommy met that was really nice, like offer like candy to them,
But the junk food kid got some bubble gum, blowed some gum on her hair. Was like, wow, and she had to cut her hair up because of the bubble gum.
Ooh.
Yeah,
Sounds like a really bad kid.
and Tommy had enough of it and stood up for everybody and went against the junk food kid. And yeah, that was pretty wow for Tommy as well. And yeah, at the end of the episode, the junk food kid appeared again, but because her hair got cut off because of the bubble gum, because that's what Tommy did. And instead of eating junk food, she offered them carrots and started being nicer to them.
Wow. And I looked at a picture of her, and yeah, she definitely looks like a bully. Yeesh. All right, last one for Nikki. Not Nika. Nancy Cartwright. Hugo from The Simpsons.
Oh yeah, I remember Hugo. And if nobody doesn't know about Hugo, he's Bart's twin brother.
What?
His Bart's twin brother. And okay, in this Treehouse of Horror episode segments, it said that Bart has this he has this twin brother that nobody really knew about. And he's said to be the evil twin, but in the twist, it's actually Bart who is the evil twin, which kind of explains a lot.
Whoa. Holy crap.
Yeah. But overall, Hugo, I felt bad for him, just being in the attic for many years because they thought he was the bad twin the whole time. But yeah, and they actually kept Bart there the whole time in the attic, and you would say like an animal because he didn't actually have that much food to eat. But hey, I'm just saying it was good for Hugo for a while. But yeah, for Hugo, look at him 8 out of 10.
9.
All right. Okay. Thank you for putting him down. All right. Now we'll talk about Nika Futterman, starting with Chum Chum.
Chum Chum. So yeah, unfortunately, this is how people mostly got introduced to her.
Yeah, sad but true.
But yeah, Chum Chum, from the show Fanboy Chum Chum, back then, people had their mixed opinion being oh, this is a cool show, and people would be like, why is that animation so weird? Yeah, being one of Nika Futterman's biggest roles, I must say, Chum Chum does have his flaws here, and Fanboy, and this crying anytime he gets, that's what, the con is about that.
Wow. Yeah. Even though I watched it as a kid. I don't know how I enjoyed it, but when I grew up, I found out how whacked up it is, so I decided not to like it more. No disrespect to Nika Futterman. She did great, but the show itself is just bonkers.
And you first.
Yes, I to be honest, I did like it at first, but as soon as I got older, I'm like, what was I thinking about watching this nuts? This nut show? But the cast is also just the only thing I like about it. Yes, I said this is one of these shows that the only thing that I like about it is just the cast. Just the whole entire thing is just nuts, weird, just trying to be all Ren and Stimpy-ish, but
yeah, the characters themselves, Fanboy, but yeah, but of course they had their own comic book guy, the Osman.
Yeah,
and of course it was funny enough to find out that I still hear his voice to his mom.
Yeah.
So overall for Chum Chum, even though it's been years, he gets a 7 out of 10 for me.
6.
0.
Dang.
God damn.
I'm sorry, Nika Futterman, but I just had to. But next one, Adam Lyon from My Gym Partner is a Monkey. This shocked me when I found this out.
Either this is unfortunately, not in a bad way. This is how I officially got introduced to Nika Futterman.
Oh, actually, me too, because this was before I saw Chum Chum. So, because I saw this as a kid, so this is how I really got introduced to her.
And what I standing out as the token human of all of Charlotte Darwin Elementary or middle or whatever it was, middle schools. I do like how he just tries to maintain just how to survive in an animal school, in all animal school.
Well, the only reason he's in animal school, because someone saw that his last name is Lion and is like, hey, his last name is Lion. Let's send him to an animal school. Why don't we?
Yeah, I already knew that. I saw the show.
I know, but it's just crazy that it's just saying one random kid that has a last name that sounds like an animal and sent to an animal school that he might get killed, but it doesn't get killed. But I'm just saying as a fact. But
And
overall, Adam Lyon and his best pal, what's his name?
Jake
Nick
Spider
Cage.
Monkey.
Yeah, voiced by Tom Kenny. He's pretty interesting. I don't remember his personality much because it's been a while since I watched it, but he's still a good character.
I agree.
And I give him a 10 out of 10.
Same.
I give him a 6.
All right, cool. Next one, Styx, the Jungle Badger Sonic Boom. Okay, before Nika Futterman became my favorite voice actor, I mistook her being voiced by Cree Summer because of how similar her voice is. But when I found out that Cree Summer didn't and it was someone else named Nika Futterman, I was like, oh, whoops. Because the reason I mistook her because her voice sounded similar to Cree Summer, the way she used her voice. That's what made me confused.
Thank you, Mr. Parrots.
But yeah, Styx, she is a new addition to the Sonic franchise, appearing only in the Sonic Boom games and the TV show. She is a little wacky, but she's still a great hero, using her trusty boomerang and stuff. And yeah, she is not too keen with technology, not knowing about it and stuff, but she's still a great member addition to the team. So I give her 20 out of 100.
For me, yeah, Sticks, like, yeah, as you said, like, a new addition to the team, like, yeah. And this is officially Nika Futterman's character, because ever since, like, Sonic Boom ended and all that, you don't really see nobody, like, voicing it at all, like, or, like, see Sticks in future games and all that.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. Hold up. Not only did she appear in Sonic Boom, but she also did appear in the Mario and Sonic crossover game.
Well,
Yeah,
like, yeah, but still voiced by Nika Futterman. That's like, nobody touched that character except Nika Futterman.
Yes.
Yeah. Unless there was one point that she might be sick or busy, and someone might take over Sticks for a bit.
But yeah, as I said this before, she's basically Izzy from Total Drama Island.
Yeah, she is.
And yeah, for me, yeah, it's 10 out of 10.
For me, yes, I do like. Once again, just like you, in addition to a difference, yes, this is actually a different continuity other than the games since it's a show. But what I do like about her is, yes, her personality in general and how adorable she can be, and her battle cry. I can't get enough of her. This is the kind of a thing that I get jealous about people can do things that I can't. Like her battle cry, you should hear it. It's kind of similar to how people roll their R's, but it's just a high pitched shrill. It's so awesome.
Well, I don't know if I heard it or not, but I'll take your word for it. It sounds cool, so I'll check it out later. So
it kind of sounds a little bit like, okay, so what was one episode? One episode it was either like, oh no wait, I got it. The meteor, okay, and it's just so awesome to hear. It's as long as some people don't talk while they do this kind of thing. But let's see, what would have to be the funniest thing that? Okay, well, I do like the funniest that she is when he is in the episode where it introduced a character named Percy, and each character was explaining what happened to Tails' workshop since it's been burned down. And each time Styx appears, she just keeps on saying some non sequitur type of thing that she does and runs away screaming. It's funny.
But yeah, I really do like Styx, and I'm glad I became a fan of Nika Futterman because of her, and a character I'm about to talk about right now, Luna Lau from the Loud House.
Nice.
So yes, she is one of the older sisters of the group. She is known for rocking out, calling everyone dude and stuff. She's a pretty interesting character. What we didn't know about her that she is bisexual. Well, in her other episodes, like episode Starting Muffin, she had a crush on this guy named Hugh. But in later episodes, she had a secret supposedly boyfriend, but it's actually girlfriend, which is Sam Sharp. So she is bisexual, but her sisters and other family are okay with it and stuff, and she's been around with Sam ever since, and she's a pretty interesting character and stuff, and yeah, she didn't always start out as a rocker, because in her youth, she was in her first rock concert, and she was listening to this guy named Mick Swagger, which is a spoof of Mick Jagger, and yeah, and she really enjoyed it, and she became a rocker because of that. So yeah, that's pretty spot on too. So I give her a 10 out of 10.
Oh, and
Same.
you. Oh wait, Blitz.
Same.
Nothing from you. Oh, no, yeah, I know the score, but your side of the Loud House, Luna?
Okay, so like yeah, when I first saw the Loud House, like yeah, basically yeah, it reminded me of another show before the show got created. Like yeah, stuck in the middle from Disney, basically having this big difficult film and all that. Yeah, Luna's personality, like so yeah, rocks and all that, you know. And of course, there was that one special where like everyone wanted to change her up, you know, her style and everything, which was like not very good for her. If you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
yes.
I never seen the special, but I know you're talking about is where she had a different outfit, and it's called Lulu, I think.
Yeah, and like her being bisexual, that surprised me the most because every time I would hear Sam, I thought she was referring to a boy, but
Yeah, me too. But as it turns out to be a girl, that's a bit of shocker.
and then like you know, of course, just her and Sam, and then of course Clyde's parents like also finding out, which they have no problem because they're gay.
Yeah, she's still a great character. Yeah, it's just still hilarious too. Like, remember this one episode called Under Pressure where she had to give up doing British accents, and she secretly doing British accent while trying to win a contest, and she was doing it quietly, and the guy couldn't hear, and she yelled, "Give me those voting tickets!"
Yeah, and I remember when Mick Swagger was in disguise and actually revealed himself, and
Oh
like
yeah,
and
and fun,
then
and fun,
everybody was shocked.
yeah, and fun fact, Jeff Bennett voices him.
Well, I do know that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the audience doesn't know, so that's why I explained it. But yes, Nika Futterman did excellent. Luna Loud. I'm glad she and Styx made her become my favorite voice actor, and I really do glad that she became my favorite voice actor because of that. So, yeah, like I said, 10 out of 10 for Luna.
Let's see. Yes, out of all the sisters, yes, she's one of the much more. Let's see. Yes, nicer ones. She's like my top favorite sister. And let's see. I do like how it said that she did style up her hair to look exactly like Luna, if I am correct about that. And yeah, I do like how Nika gets to show off her singing skills. It's amazing. Everything about her is amazing. Her backstory is everything.
Especially when she sang the Halloween song, "You Got Tricked."
Yes. Her backstory, yes, inspiring, kind of like how I got inspired to voice acting, and she's 100% rocking. That's all I can say.
Yeah, and she made a lot of song references, like in episodes. I don't remember which one where she was like getting a lot of hits on a video, and she said "Highway to Hello," which is a reference to "Highway to Hell" by AC/DC. Episode with Lily involved where they want to hang out with Lily. She said "Walk This Way," which is a reference to Aerosmith "Walk This Way." And my favorite one, where all the sisters refer to do chores, and she and the sisters said, "Chores, what are they good for? Absolutely nothing. Say it again," which is a reference to War, sung by, I forgot who the dude is, but
Edwin
yeah.
Starr.
Thank you. But yeah, she is still good, and yeah, she's one of my favorite Nika Futterman roles. All right, next one, Isabella from Uncle Grandpa. This is an only episode of Nika Futterman, and I was shocked by this, and I can hear a little bit, but the only thing about her that she uses an Italian accent for this character because she lives in Italy. So Uncle Grandpa goes to Italy to find someone in need. She is an inventor in training. She has different inventions, trying to test it out. She thinks she's not that good, but Uncle Grandpa goes back in time and goes to the inventor he knows, Leonardo DiPatrio and stuff. So he brings him along to help Isabella, but him being it all, know it all, being a venture and stuff. He hates on Isabella and stuff and tries to take over everything and stuff, making his style and stuff. But Isabella using one of her inventions and such, she defeated him and stuff, and she decided to become a great inventor when she grows up. And I really liked her. She's a pretty interesting character, and that's all I got to say about her. So a 9 out of 10. Oh, yeah. And all right, next one. Miguel Santos, Maya Miguel. My childhood.
That's right. This is the slightly older twin brother of Maya's. He's just mostly the one that's not really into Maya's crazy schemes. Just wants to do his own thing, but still a good brother nevertheless. And that's all about him. He's just a good dude.
Mm-hmm.
And your side?
Yeah. It's been a while. So many years since I've seen this show, but this shocked me very much because I had no idea that Nika Futterman voiced him. But when I grew up, I found out that wow, that's pretty awesome, and I can hear it too. She did really good.
Although yes, it was like I guess this was like my mind blowing about so this was so I guess now like this is how females voice males, like they're just usually chosen because when you replace kid actors it just gets a little complicated, so it just makes it much more easier.
Try to say that to the Loud House.
I mean, yeah, they can't keep it up forever with Lincoln.
Yeah, but I don't know how many more actors are they going to choose for Lincoln to be his voice actor, because each young voice actor is going to go through puberty every time. So yeah.
It's like what they did with the Amazing World of Gumball, back Guardians, and yeah, I'm gonna ask this, and not to offend anybody, but liking the show and all that. But what do you think the Loud House is gonna end, in your own opinion?
That's a good question though, because the Cast of Guardians did get canceled, and the Outhouse is on 6 seasons, so I don't know if they're going to do a 7th season and all. But they are going to do a live action Loud House, so who knows? I don't know if they're going to make more ideas for the show itself, but we'll just see. But that is a good question. I do wonder that too.
Like, if you could take any guess, what would year, guess be?
Maybe either 2024 or 2025. I don't know. But SpongeBob is still going on too, but I don't know when that's going to end either. But we'll just see. We'll just wait. So, but all right, next one. Catwoman from Batman, the Brave and the Bold.
Yeah.
Catwoman. I mean, yeah. Her version of Catwoman was really, really great. Yeah, she got the attitude right and all that. And especially her changing outfits throughout the season.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right. Because in the first seasons, she had this long sleeve purple dress, but in the later seasons, she cut her hair and had on a sleeveless red color shirt. Which she was mainly doing it because of Batman, because she's in love with Batman and stuff. So yeah, but I did like that outfit. It's pretty interesting. But yeah, I've got to just that outfit and the Batman Brave the Bold crossover with Scooby Doo. So yeah, that actually shocked me to find that out. But yeah, she did excellent voicing as Catwoman, and yeah, she's really good voice for her, and I give her a 10 out of 10.
For me, yeah, 10 out of 10 as well. And your opinion, Fresh?
Same as you, 10 out of 10, because it's just one of her most sexiest roles. That voice, she freaking nailed it.
Oh yeah,
it's like Greg Delisle.
Exactly.
Yeah.
All right, next one, Sammy from Clarence.
Hey, quick, Fresh, do you remember Sammy?
I do, yes. She appeared in the episode Fun Dungeon Face Off, where Clarence steals Jeff's fries in order for him to play along. But so Nika plays Sammy, who is the mother of this kid named let's see, wait, what was the kid's name again?
Uh, Jamie or something like that.
Uh
Don't
okay.
remember.
So I guess like so she knows Clarence's mom, and like they were just talking about like how fine they are, and if her son would be good friends with Clarence, and it's like, oh, all the kids love Clarence.
I'm gonna kill you, Clarence. Yeah, and to find out that she actually works where Mary works, like in later seasons and all that. And although I didn't put it, she actually voiced another character in this episode. She voiced the little girl that was crying, saying, "Look where her shoes at."
No. She actually played that girl that says hi and bye to Jeff.
No, but I know that, but she also played that character as well.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay, so I found out that her kid's name is Sean, right?
Oh, Sean.
Yeah.
Huh. But yeah, Sammy, like, yeah, I have no problem for her. Like, yeah, 9 out of 10.
All right.
Yeah, I agree.
All right, next one, Gamora.
You want to talk first about it?
Okay, like all I can say is she's my first she's my top favorite Gamora. She's got everything down to it. She does an astounding job, and that's
Yeah,
all.
like, I'm sorry for cutting you off, but when I found out that she voiced Gamora, like, being one of her like most popular like Marvel roles, like, yeah, and like finding out there was a series about like who, Will Friedle, David Loeb, let's see, who was it, Kevin Michael Richardson, and who was it? I'm trying to remember who voiced it. Rocket in that one.
Is it you mean either?
Trevor Duvall.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, one of her greatest roles. Like, yeah, there's a badass voice for her, and yeah, that's just my opinion. But yeah, I give her a 10 out of 10.
Same.
Alrighty. Next one, Nightfall from Scarlet Superchargers. I don't have this game, but I've seen this character before in pictures and whatnot, and this shocked me when I found out that she voices this Skylander, and this is her only character to voice. So I don't know anything about Nightfall, but I do know that she's part of the Dark Element and stuff. And Skylander Superchargers is a racing thing where you mainly use cars and whatnot, and all she does is like use dark powers and slashes and whatnot. So that's basically it. So she's very mysterious, and so yeah. But next one, Hawk Girl from DC Superhero Girls. Yeah, this is a pretty interesting one as well. So her only job is being a hall monitor. In one episode, the other supers were annoyed that she's too strict with her rules and stuff, so they decided to create an anti-hall monitor, but that goes haywire and stuff. So, yeah.
So yeah, I don't know if she voiced like Hot Girl. Like, yeah, she did really good. Like, saying a little bit of it because yeah, she mainly voiced her in the 2015 one, which I don't mind. But for her, yeah, I give her an 8 out of 10.
Yeah, me too. Next one, Bell Pepper, Sanjay, and Craig.
Yeah, Bell Pepper. Like, yeah. What can you say about her? I mean, like, started having a crush on her and all that. Like how I got introduced to her, like, yeah, the wing challenge with Sanjay and Tyson, which was like, wow. And like, yeah, Bell Pepper, like, yeah, there's no problem with her, except like I remember this one episode where everybody had to put their hands on this super awesome car, and it was basically Sanjay and Craig in a one-person suit because Sanjay was not like allowed to like go in because he was a child. So it was just Sanjay, Craig, and Bell Pepper, but finding out that she was like trying to like cheat and all that, but Bell Pepper, like, good character, like, yeah, I'll give her a 10 out of 10.
Yes, I do too. Like kind of similar to. No, wait. There's nothing else to say about her. She's just playing awesome, and I do like her personality, and yeah, like she kind of reminds me of Wendy a little bit.
Yeah, and I found, like finding out like in the episodes he actually throws parties at the place at night.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. And yeah, when I saw Tyson and Bill Pepper together, I was like, oh my god, it's Fanboy and Chum Chum.
Yes.
And you, Christian?
I don't remember much about her character, but because I stopped watching the show altogether because of how wacky it is, just like a Fanboy and Chum Chum. But I do know that because of how hot she is, like you guys said, Sanjay does have a crush on her and stuff. And yeah, and he mainly wants to go to this one party to hang out with her and to have these wings that they were unaware that they had blueberries in them.
Well, give me some vanilla. And to find out that was actually Flapjack's voice actor.
Oh my
Oh.
god.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
And I remember the whole time that one dude keeps getting scared by snakes or other stuff. And
Oh yeah, Mr. Newman.
yeah, yeah. And after Sanjay and Craig actually ate blueberries, and he asked Craig to get in the can. But all right, next one. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Sonya from Teen Titans. Blah blah.
Yeah. Sorry to mention this, but I was surprised this was her, like in the episode of Silky and all that.
Same.
Yeah.
Yeah, she only appeared in one episode. But I'll explain this. I don't remember what the episode title was about. Oh yeah, I think was it? They're trying to take care of Silky, and they're trying to find where he is, and he just ran off on his own, and he just ran into this Hispanic woman and stuff. And I think her husband was like mad at Silky for trying to take away his wife, but he defeated him and stuff. I don't remember how, but he did, and he just broke off with Sonya, and that's basically it. But
Yeah. And what I just liked about the character, like, yeah, she was good. Yeah, the voice that Nika Futterman gave her was like pretty sexy.
Yes. And the fact that she, speaking Spanish and stuff, I was like, oh crap, is this one I had to deal with too? Because I'm not that good at speaking other languages, but I mean, well, that's besides like my other issue. But I do like how like okay, so this is strange, falling in love with this alien.
Maybe Puss in Boots got a chance. Let's see.
Oh, sure, yes.
But her character, even though despite the show, sadly, yeah, 7 out of 10.
8.
Cool. All right, next one. Tad from Leapfrog.
So it all started with let's see, what was it? Learn to read at the Storybook Factory. Yes, like we all know that Debbie Derryberry was the original Tad, but then Nika Futterman took over, and her version, it was like pretty good, with Tad trying to overcome being scared of like not knowing of trying to learn how to read, but then progressively getting much more better as the story goes on about the Three Little Pigs and the Big Bad Wolf, and like this has got to be like the most tamest that I've ever seen her in, because of course it was for little kids. I gave it 10 out of 10.
Alrighty. Next one. Kaku Loka from the Mickey Mouse franchise.
Yeah, like I saw a little bit of episodes, especially like mostly like she was with Minnie and Daisy half of the time, but yeah.
Yeah, because mainly they had their, well, not really spin-off series, but they had their kind of shorts called Bowl Tunes, and she was with them a lot, and I was like, why does she sound familiar? It's like, oh, that's Nika Futterman.
Yeah, and like, yeah. Don't really have a problem with her, like, just helping out Minnie and like Daisy. Yeah, this is about 10 out of 10.
I say 9.
Yeah, her character for me kind of reminds me of her other character, Lola Chericola from Cat Dog.
Dang it, I was gonna put that in, but yeah, I'm just gonna still put that in.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Next one. Stretch and Squeeze from Handy Mandy. Yeah, that shocked me too when I found out that Nika Futterman voices these two. So, firstly, Stretch, she is tape measure. She was my favorite character because I really enjoyed tape measures as a kid. Because
Stretch is a dude.
What?
Dude.
Yeah, he's
Oh
a dude.
I didn't know.
Well, now you do.
Oh,
Because
Jack, nabbit.
because
I
you're
thought
probably
this whole
thinking,
time Stretch was a female.
It's Squeeze, that's the female, you dingle.
Okay, so now that I know that Stretch is a dude, okay, he was one of my favorite characters. Because being a tape measure, I was fascinated of how they stretch and stuff, and yeah, that's always fascinating that he uses his tongue, which is the measuring tape, to measure things and whatnot and stuff. And so yeah, he's a pretty good mentor of the team. And another one that Nika Futterman voices is Squeeze, which is she's a pair of pliers. Based on her name, she squeezes and stuff. And I do remember this one episode where Manny was like trying to screw in a thing or something, and he got too excited, and she accidentally squeezed his thumb.
Oh yeah, I remember that one too.
Yeah, so that showed me that she voices these two characters. I give both Stretch and Squeeze a 10 out of 10.
Same.
Alrighty. Next one, Rosie from Open Season.
Yeah, like another shocker to find out as a kid. Like, yeah, her voicing one of the skunks. Like, that was pretty cool.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, since they were both Mexican, she of course did hilarious. I did like her one line that was like, "Maybe you're just jealous because you don't have a man."
Oh, God.
Didn't one of them say, "What'd you say, Rosie?"
Nothing. Why you guys always so sensitive?
And I didn't know that they're actually Mexican until you said that.
Oh yeah, bro. And Blitz, thank you for one other suggestion that I was meaning to put. Thank you. We will get to her as soon as
Yeah, I was going to the classic era of Nickelodeon.
Thank you.
Okay. All right. Just double checking, make sure there was not any other people. But anyway, next one stands from back of the backyard. Wait, not
Back in the backyard again.
Back in the backyard again? Were you gonna say that?
We did a crossover. Wait,
Okay,
that makes
let me
sense,
start over.
because
Let
the
me,
animation.
let me start over. Stands from back at the barnyard.
So, Fresh, are you familiar with this character or no?
I don't. I'm sorry, but
Also, there was an episode, and yeah, Stamps is Duke's sister.
Sister? I thought he was she was his girlfriend. When I saw a picture of her on being voice actress.
Weird. So yeah, Stamps. In this episode, she's getting married, none other than to Duke's arch enemy, Baxter, voiced by Kevin Michael Richardson. Yeah. Yeah, the reason Baxter's gonna marry Stamps is because Duke's family is actually rich and all that. Because whoever gets married first, Duke's family gets all the winnings and all that. And Duke and the crew were trying to set him up and all that. And Duke was pretending to be Stamps and finding out that that he wanted the winnings all the time. But Pig decided to it was the crew's idea for Pig to dress up as Stamps' ex boyfriend, which was Wow. And even at the end, Stamps is like, I fall in love with my ex boyfriend and all that. But at the end, he he effed up because this guy's got messed up and all that. But yeah, Stamps, she's not a bad character. I'll give her a 9 out of 10.
Alrighty. Next one, Asajj Ventress from Star Wars: The Clone Wars. Yes. Back when I watched Star Wars: The Clone Wars, I thought she was what?
So let me ask you a question.
What? Oh, I'm good. I'm good, Judd. How are you? But anyway, so back to Ventress. It's been so many years as I started watching Star Wars Clone Wars, but I still have a video game of it on my Wii called Lightsaber Duels, and from playing that, I found out that she used to be a Jedi apparently in training, but she went to.
Can we stop for 1 second? Just go get some damn water.
That's not gonna help. We gotta scare the crap out of him.
Though clearly that we just told him it's not gonna help now.
No, L, go away. It just wait. Okay, so
Oh,
anyway, anyway, so she went to the dark side, of course, and the other Jedi's are trying to help her to go away from the dark side, but she refuses. And her main thing about her is her twin red lightsabers, which is really cool. And her being bald, she gets insulted a lot because of that. And a good example would be Ahsoka calling her a bald witch. Yeah, but Nika Futterman, of course, great a lot voiced her first in the 2003 version, but her version, Nika's, she did really good and making her a lot sinister. And the video game, if you win as her, like during a battle or something, she uses her voice ability to spin the lightsabers around her. It's just really cool. But yeah, she's a really good villain in the series, so I give her 10 out of 10.
Same, and this is giving me flashbacks about Jeffy's gets hiccups. God damn it!
Yeah,
Okay,
oh my God, just look up something that will scare you, for Christ's sake.
no! Don't you dare! Don't you freaking dare! It's gonna go.
Show him a picture of Brooklyn T guy's ex-wife, please.
I'm sorry. What?
Nothing. Nothing.
He's talking about Joe.
Don't start. All right, next one. Pen.
Hold up a second now.
What?
Now you didn't give us a chance for our side.
Okay, sorry.
I already gave my score 10 out of 10. Like, then when, it was half enough. Like, I watched the series here and there. Like, yeah, I've seen her character. Yeah, it was pretty cool. And I believe, yeah, she was pregnant at the time when she was recording her lines.
What?
Really? Wow. That's pretty crazy. Huh.
Oh, so the same thing happened with E.G. Daily when she was still doing Rugrats, but
The same thing
That's
with
cool.
Sean with the Powerpuff Girls.
Wow.
Oh my God.
How many girls were pregnant during her Force roles?
I mean, Scarlett
Oh,
Johansson was
women,
pregnant as well.
women.
Age of Ultron.
I know, but I'm surprised that so many of these voice actresses were pregnant during these, but it's just crazy. But it's so cool nonetheless. All right.
So with Asajj Ventress, yes, like Mystique, she used to scare the crap out of me, but I got over it.
Wait a
And-
minute, you're afraid of Mystique?
No, okay, I was. Okay, I told you this, guys. I told you guys this before. She used to scare the crap out of me, but just look at her. And then
I mean,
yeah.
I know where you're going for. Is it because of the live action one or like other media?
Yes, just a live action one. And then with Asajj Ventress in this version, she did too, but I kind of warmed up. And similar to what you said, Christian, with Grey DeLisle being the original one and Nika Futterman being her in the CGI one, I gotta say it's kind of like she did her version of her. Like it's trying like she was trying to do Grey's version, and they kind of sound alike. They kind of sound the same.
Yeah.
Yeah. And let's see. Yeah, it was Mystique. Like, yeah, out of topic here. I first got introduced to her in Superhero Squad where she was disguised as Black Widow.
I got introduced to her through, of course, the live action X-Men, because that's how I got introduced to X-Men.
Same as you.
Mm.
Now you
But
can go.
yeah, all right. So next one, Pandora from Billy and Mandy, based on Dora the Explorer. Of course, Dora the Explorer, because Pandora, they were very clever.
Ha 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 ha.
Yeah, much to say about Pandora. Like, yeah, I think Fresh could give us all the details.
Well, what else? Like she is, the holder of Pandora's box. Force to carry. Okay, so it's mainly the gods' fault. Like they wanted to play some cruel, sick joke on her by granting her this awesome box. Like, oh, what's inside? And then boom, it kind of like blew up where the people live, and she was forced to walk the earth to never open her box until someone else opens it. So she starts to befriend Mandy, and once she opens it, she just unleashes her revenge. And this took a turn for the worse since, for the first time in her life, Mandy trusted somebody who she thought was a great friend, and she got all ticked off and sucked her back into the box. Like, I tricked you, like you tricked me, friend.
I see.
So that
But
just
yeah, I saw like a video of like references to Billy Mandy, and I immediately noticed that the character looked a lot like Dora. But yeah, and I found out that Nika Futterman voicing her. That's pretty surprising, but she did really good. But I gave her 7.
Yeah, same.
6.
All right, so a lion cubs from Madagascar escaped to Africa. The game. I forgot to put the game.
Were
Okay,
you about to?
what?
Oh, never mind.
I was trying to do
Okay.
the rock from the second
Yeah,
movie.
yeah. But I meant to put the game. So here, let me explain. So back when I used to have PlayStation 2, this was my go-to game. But when I got this at on the Wii last year at a flea market, I had really fun. And this, and I'll be there in a little bit. I'm still talking to them. I might be a little bit later. Okay. Be right back.
Tell her I said hi.
Yeah,
Tell
of
her.
course she's what?
No, I'm telling Christian. Tell her I said hi.
Alright.
Just being polite, But go on, Christian. Christian.
Yeah, he's gone.
Oh no! Time to take over, people. Alright, people. Let's talk about life. How's life for all of you people? Me, average.
Oh, sure, yes, because when I was your age and stuff, of course.
Alrighty. Now,
Dang it, he ruined our whole speech and everything. Thanks.
what speech?
Never mind, we'll discuss it later, but go on.
All right, so this shocked me very much because in a mini game or I play musical chairs, you can play as Alex or any other character, but only like lions and one monkey. So whenever playing as a character, whenever you get a seat, out of random, the lions complain for not getting a chair, and one of them says, "I'm not playing with you guys anymore." That was Nika Futterman.
Nice. I remember playing musical chairs and hot potato, all of that. That was
Yeah,
so cool.
and after hearing that, I was like, "Wait, is that Nika Futterman?" And it Jada Game's like, "That's Nika Futterman." Like, wow, I didn't know she was in this game, so that was pretty shocking. So yeah, you could clearly hear that was Nika. So yeah, that's pretty awesome. So I'll give that a 10 out of 10.
I don't have
Alrighty.
anything again.
Next one, Foxy Loxy from Chicken Little Ace in Action. So even though I didn't play the rest of the game because I haven't played it in a couple months, but I do remember when I used to have it as a kid. She was like a villain in the game, just like based on the bully Foxy Loxy from the movie. Just with her all tall and skinny and with an eye patch and long hair. That was all I can remember from her. So yeah.
Whoa.
All right,
Very
next
nice.
one. Mace Chameleon from My Gym Partner's a Monkey. So what do you remember from her?
Well, what I can, if I recall, I think she was the theater arts teacher,
Oh yeah, yes.
and yeah, like her voice, it just kind of reminded me a little bit of a Saj Ventress a bit. That's all I remember.
All right. Hang on, let me fix my audio glue. Test. Okay, it's gone. Good. No. Think it, but I'm sure you'll.
Whoa, it's not his fault to blame technology.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Have you heard of a show called Jakers: The Adventures of Piggly Winks?
No, man, not saying no show around there. No.
Okay.
Man.
Okay, so this show I used to watch back when Cuba was around, when I used to have satellite. So this is a show based around in Ireland. All right.
Come at me, bro. Come on. You want to talk shit about me? I heard you. I heard you. You said dang it, Blitz. I heard your ass.
All right, but Anyhow, so these two characters, Sean and Seamus, are the two twins of this a mom character who's the daughter of the main character, Piggly Winks, which is a grandfather now. So that's all I can say. That he's the sons of these this character. So yeah, and I actually didn't know that Nika voiced these two. But anyhow,
Ah, I see why you want to talk about this.
what?
Piggly, get it?
No.
First gets it, but never mind. Okay, the baby rats from Shards Web 2, which I didn't really know about.
Me neither. I didn't know she voiced him either. So yes, after in the first movie, Templeton got married and got kids, and the second one, these kids are a handful, especially for Templeton. They're a pain in the rat's ears. But anyway, so throughout he's having a lot of trouble with them and stuff, and also messing around with Wilbur. That's until the end of the film. He agrees to babysit the rats for a bit, and that's what he does. So yeah, and that's all I got to say about them. I'll give him a 7 out of 10.
7.
Yeah.
All right, next one. Annie or Ani from Fairly Odd Parents Crash Nebula Special.
Yeah, it's on me.
Yeah. So yeah. Yeah, really shocker that was Nika Futterman. Yeah, remember the special really good and all that, like her personality. Yeah, she was like not really fond of Crash Nebula, who was voiced by James Arnold Taylor. Fun fact, and yeah, it was just this special itself was like yeah, it could be good for a show because at the time, Butch Hartman wanted to make this a series at first, but of course there was a flaw here and there, but yeah. And of course, there was also Tara Strong, voicing like Crash's sister. There was Richard Stephen Horvis, Carl Charles Rocky, who voiced this cat bully, and the late Michael Clark Duncan, who voiced the Rock Monster.
And there was also Logan's actor from Zoe 101 who played that guy that was giving him a hard time, like the purple guy, with the cape.
Yeah. But yeah, what's your opinion about her, Fresh?
Okay, seriously, this is the freaking Fairly Odd Parents version of Chicken Little because everybody is a butthole. I mean, come on, why would anybody like this special? The only thing, of course, once again, I like about it is the freaking voice actors. But then again, everybody's a jerk. Everybody's a jerk to Crash and Ani, yeah, she was like, "Listen here, Earth Geek, you make me run laps again, I'll vaporize you." But then, she felt grateful towards him when he saved her life. But it still doesn't excuse everybody being, somebody being.
Yeesh.
Yeah.
That's gotta suck.
For her,
So I'm kind of glad they didn't do the series because over all the whole time they'll be jerky to him and stuff. So yeah. All right. Next one.
Give us our opinions. Though. Like seriously, dog.
Sorry.
Jeez, I mean, what? You're anxious because you didn't win the award for World's Biggest Mouth?
That's kind of funny because one of my choices that's going to come out might have related to that. But yeah, for her, I'll give her a 5 out of 10.
4.
Yeah. All right, next up.
I wrote this down because I didn't know you wrote this down, but I was doing it for her final one. But anyhow, so this character, I found out that Nika Futterman voiced her when I did a birthday video for her on my old channel a couple of years ago and stuff. But what are your opinions about this character? Hello?
Okay, I thought Bliss was gonna go first, but okay. So I do like how she's this quote unquote transfer student, if I'm correct about that. And I'm like, okay, so since when did these times? Oh, yeah, I was right. Okay, so he's able to do the thing Mike states, and. Let's see. She misses a life that she had in New York, and she misses a life that she had in New York, and she misses a life that she had in New York, and she misses a life that she had in New York, and she misses a life that she had in New York, and she misses a life that she had in New York, and she misses a life that she had in New York, and she misses a life that she had in New York, and she misses a life that she had in New York, and she misses a life that she had in New York, and she misses a life that she had in New York, and she misses a life that she had in New York, and she misses a life that she had in New York, and she misses a life that she had in New York, and she misses a life that she had in New York, and she misses a life that she had in New York, and she misses a life that she had in New York, and she misses a life that she had in New York, and she misses a life that she had in New York, and she misses a life that she had in New York, and she misses a life that she had in New York, and she misses a life that she had in New York, and she mis I guess it's one of these type of shows where the characters kind of feel a little bit homesick, but get used to where they are, like Futurama or Planet Sheen or Amphibia. So I'm like, yeah, okay, so that's nice.
Yeah. My experience, we would always see the show, saw commercials here and there. Again, like a really interesting show. What do you say, call it one of the greats, but it's an interesting show with Nika Futterman, Nancy Cartwright, and G. Bradley Baker.
Yes.
All right. We'll talk about three more, and the next one is Splinter from the new Woody Woodpecker show.
What if you chuck? What if you chuck? What if you cannot chuck?
Good one.
Yeah. So this show was basically back way long ago. And fun fact, this is Billy West's version of Woody Woodpecker. Yeah. So Splinter, if you didn't watch the show, I saw a little bit of her character. She's basically Woody's niece.
Niece?
Oh, yeah,
I thought he was like a daughter or sister.
And of course, she has a brother named Knot, who was voiced by E.G. Daly.
Yes.
Yeah. I could just say it was she did good for this character. Half the time it was Nika Futterman and half the time it was Tara Shawn. And of course she returned in 2018 one with Eric Bowser's Woody Woodpecker.
Interesting. Alrighty. And you got any thoughts, Fresh?
Even though I saw Woody Woodpecker back in the days, this version, not really, but it's fine.
All right, next one, Lola from Cat Dog.
Yeah, another shocker. Didn't know she was in Cat Dog. Yeah. Of course, she was in this era of Nickelodeon, which was really lucky for her.
Yes.
Yeah. So, Fresh, you want to go ahead first?
Okay, so I do like how she studies animals, and she's I believe that she is Hispanic. I think, and
she is.
She's a good addition to Cat Dog. She wowed me.
Yeah, I even remember this episode where they all went bowling, and she was involved in that.
How'd that go?
Yeah, it was really great. Of course, with Cat making some trouble here and there, and Dog just being Dog, But yeah, her character overall, 9 out of 10 for me.
Yes.
All right. Then
all right, last one for Nika Futterman, Olga Pataki from Hey Arnold.
Yeah. So Olga, the older sister of Helga, And yeah, this basically explains the story why, favoritism happened between Olga and Helga, because Helga's parents didn't really pay attention to her, only to Olga, because Olga did a lot during her childhood and all that.
Yeah, and even calling Helga Olga instead.
It's just gotta hurt. It's living in your sibling's shadow, but then what I do like about her is that she gives this backstory about no, wait. Well, not really backstory. She just gives why she is the way she is because. Oh, wait, hold on a second.
I was just reading what he said, but go ahead.
Okay, so she says that she's only built to be perfect because her parents just strive for her to be that way. She has to perform some kind of wind-up doll, but she gets tired of it. And she says that Helga is lucky that her parents don't even pay attention to her because. What if the pressure was put on her? All their love and affection was put on only just her.
What if Helga was the favorite one and not Olga?
What if Olga was the favorite, but Olga wasn't? Yeah, that makes perfect sense.
I said Helga.
No, you didn't.
Sure you did, buddy. But
okay, if you think I said Olga instead of Helga, let me rephrase it. Okay, what if Helga was the most favorite one and not Olga?
No, you didn't say that. I said Holga. You sound like you said it Holga, a combination of Helga and Olga.
Okay, whatever. But the point is, I think she's an interesting character, even though I don't know much about her. I still think Nika Futterman did an okay job for her, so I give her a 9 out of 10.
Wait, I got something. First, remember that episode where she was upset about her grades because Helga changed it?
Oh, yes. That was the episode about what I just explained about.
Wow. Dang.
And remember the episode where she was supposed to get married, but the guy she hooked up with was, talking to another girl.
Just call
Ooh.
him an a-hole.
I mean, yeah, and then
Or a
fact that-
cheater.
yep. But
All right. Now,
hey, what about our opinions, dog? What the hell? So yeah, in my opinion, overall, 10 out of 10. Now you go fresh.
Yes, 10 out of 10 because of how, yes, she's just gorgeous. I like everything about her.
yeah, I do agree. She is kind of gorgeous. All right, now for the moment of truth, the one who saved for last, my number one favorite voice actor, Kevin Michael Richardson. The reason
Okay,
he's my number
Christian's
one,
daddy.
dude,
Oh,
don't,
Dang.
especially because
No, but he could be a father figure to all of us because of how this.
I know, but the way you said that, I just didn't like it.
Okay, not in a gay way, but go on.
Anyway, but the reason he's my number one favorite because I just love his voice. It's just so deep and cool. It's just, I don't know how else to describe it. It's just that awesome. So,
We
yes.
eat turtle soup.
Today
right, so-
I eat turtle soup.
all right, so, so one of my favorite subscribers, Mortal Kombat PS2, suggested this one, the hybrid from Benton Ellie Force. So yes, this is one of its performances. He voices a couple of hybrid and stuff, and yeah, the hybrid, of course, is like the main, supposed to be like the main dominance through all species, and when he gives his voice to this hybrid, it's just really awesome, especially when he's the main antagonist through Benton A Force, the video game, and he's a boss, but you can't actually attack him and stuff, and he's overpowered. It's like he just attack you with just one hit and you're dead, and yeah. But kudos to him. I give him a 10 out of 10.
Same. Next one,
Alrighty.
please.
Next one, the Boogeyman, the Powerpuff
Boogeyman.
Girls.
Yes, not the trashy reboot, but of course the original. But yeah, the Boogeyman, yeah, he was an interesting character in the franchise.
I just gotta say he's gotta be one of his most smoothest roles because of how hip you're trying to be like some kind of gangster, and yeah, I of course like I do like how it just like puts on that sing-song voice about we're gonna make this night last forever, and
Do it.
I just like that soul brother type of thing.
Yeah, do it.
Oh, okay. So we're doing this again, okay? Soon goes back to sleep anytime soon. Because now that I plucked out the cursed sun, we're gonna make this night last forever.
Yeah, buddy.
Eh,
Yeah,
and
that's why Kevin Michael Richardson is awesome because of how rangeful he is with his voices. Not only does he do deep voices, but he can also do high pitched voices. Surprisingly.
Yeah, so okay, and to make it a fun idea, Fresh, if you don't mind, while we go to like Kevin Richardson's roles, you want to do the voices?
Okay, this might be a little bit of a warm up because you're actually doing this. You're actually doing me a favor because what was it? Okay, so I think it was like either tomorrow. No, wait, yesterday. Yesterday was the start of the cringe era from way back when I started in YouTube. You guys were lucky to start out much more happy with your work, but with me, I was just a little bit,
That's fine.
All right.
But yes, this might be a recovery for me. But yeah, thanks for this idea. All right.
All
All
right
right.
then. But yeah, the
And-
character Boogeyman, I'll give him a 10 out of 10 because of Kevin's performance.
Yes.
A million.
A million kajillion infinity beyond.
Yeah, he did awesome. I got introduced to him through a video that K Gaming did of his voice roles, and he did a really good job. And I saw a clip of him of his first appearance and stuff, and awesomeness. All right, next one, Captain Gantu from the Lilo and Stitch franchise.
Yes, Kevin, please do the voice.
All right. Let's see. All right, but you just gotta make sure I got it. Let's see. Dr. Jumba Jukiba, lead scientist at Galaxy Industries. You stand here accused of illegal genetic experimentation.
Brother. Woo! Yep. Yeah, and I was really surprised to see Kevin in this movie because usually they would get celebrities, but seeing Kevin, one of good voice actors in that movie was really great.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm. And he's been voicing them ever since in the video games, in the Little Stitch series, and other movies. And
Well,
yeah.
except like the animated series and all that.
Oh
but,
yeah, that's right.
Yeah, but yeah, his character overall, yeah, 10 out of 10.
I agree.
Infinity.
Yeah, one
And
of my
beyond.
all-time favorite Lilo and Stitch characters simply because of that, and mostly because in this one episode called French Fry, one of the experiments that can be able to cook food, but
Oh yeah, I saw that clip because it was his birthday and he ate a cake and he was actually happy about it, but it got bloated.
just once again, I just kind of like the new charcoal I've been practicing.
All right. Next one that Mortal Kombat PSG suggested, Joker from the Batman 2004.
Go
Man,
ahead,
I am
Kevin.
glad I saw every episode of this series on HBO Max. And yeah, he did nostalgic with his character. Even though Mark Hamill is one of the greatest voices for Joker, Kevin did excellent with his voice for Joker.
And before Fresh does the voice, there was actually a backstory to this, like how he became the voice and all that. But yeah. So yeah, of course they came up to him and saying like, we want you to voice the Joker. And of course Kevin didn't want to do it because he respected Mark Hamill's Joker. And it's actually multiple times. And like when they actually told him to do the voice, and like he put all that anger and made it into that Joker voice.
Oh
Wow.
okay.
And go ahead, Kevin.
So what are you gonna do? Lock me in a loony bin? I'm already here.
Yeah, that's my favorite part of Joker when Kevin's doing his like yeah and stuff, and that laugh and makes him sound more evil and stuff.
Yeah. His
I mean,
Joker, like one of the surprising ones, and like yeah, Kevin being the first black actor to play him was really nice too.
exactly.
Yeah.
That's the reason why like he became much more, because when you are a different type of like different kind of like person, you are able to do all different kinds of things to accomplish that. And I'm happy that Kevin became the first. And what I do like about his version of the Joker, yes, I do like his dreadlocks. I like his design. I like everything about it. Of course, the laugh, yes, and yeah, he's 100% good Joker.
Yep,
Yeah.
agreed.
I give
10 out of
him
10.
Infinity.
Yep. Rob then.
All right, next one. Trigon from Teen Titans 2003.
Even though Kevin was not the original voice, his version was pretty like really good. And go ahead, Fresh.
The rule of mortals is over. This world belongs to me.
Perfect. And yeah, with his version of Trigon, yeah, that's how I got introduced to Trigon through Two Titans.
Me too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like when I first heard Trigon's voice, I'm like, okay, that sounds kind of a little bit odd, but Kevin's version, of course, being so much better and fitting, and when Andre Romano described it, like having two legends together, Kevin Michael Richardson and Ron Perlman together, she said that, of course, Kevin's voice is much more just bombastic and all that.
Mr. Bombastic.
Something similar to that. I don't know.
Yeah. But yeah, Trigon himself being like, Raven's father and all that. Yeah. And this is where it went downhill for him, especially for Teen Titans when he acted like a normal dad.
Yeah, I mean, I thought it was interesting wearing clothes and seeing like smaller instead of gigantic. I thought it was interesting, but over time, he just kept forcing Raven to be like evil and whatnot, and try to take over the world and whatnot. But he's still trying to be a good father, and I respect that.
Yeah, and yeah, overall score. I know everybody's gonna say that's Infinity.
Yes.
Me too. All right, let's just write down the next role, and I'll pick the next one. And we're gonna do a few of his roles because there's so many, and plus I gotta eat supper in a little bit. But next one, Cleveland Brown Jr., The Cleveland Show, and Family Guy.
Yeah, one of Kevin's most surprising roles when I found this out years ago, and like the fact how he describes his voice, like, "Daddy, can you change me? Daddy, can you walk me, please?" It's a funny ass voice. Like, Fresh, go ahead.
Yeah, Chanel, there's something I wanted to tell you. Hello, can you hear me? A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Someone should have told you not to fuck with me.
Yeah, I saw that in a video. When they're about to do an interview and stuff, and it was actually a censor version, but I thought it was funny.
It was funny as hell, like, yeah. And okay, and Family Guy, like, yeah, Cleveland Jr. had like, yeah, that little counter with Peter where he actually shot him because he thought he was a burglar.
Yeah, yeah. But when he threatened him, it was funny as heck. It was like, I'm just kidding, Mr. Griffin, or am I? You're gonna be thinking about that, you fat bitch.
Yeah, and even though I didn't put him, yeah, Lester Crinklesack. Like, what do you think?
Yes, I do like how once again with Kevin Michael Richardson during this time, there was no issue of him voicing characters who are like white or anything like that. But the redneck voice, it was perfect. I was like, Baptist, I don't pay no dang Baptist. Screw the government.
Yeah,
Remember that part where it's surrounded by black people, and one said, "What do you mean, you people?"
and then it cuts to like the Family Guy promo and all that. He's like, "Oh shit, there's a lot of you now."
Yeah,
Lester's
that's
screwed,
what you get. That's what you get for trying to assault black people.
yeah. Okay, for Cleveland Jr., yeah. Affinity, and for Lester, 9 out of 10.
Alrighty,
Same as you.
and next one, Hayashi Mishima and Spawn Soul Calibur 2. All right.
Yeah, hey, Hachi.
Okay. I didn't know how to pronounce it, but thank you.
Does anyone want to explain?
Oh, okay. Cool. Mortal Kombat. But well, because I didn't know that he voiced Spawn because I wanted to fan of Spawn back then. I saw a video that he voiced him in his own video game instead of Keith David, but I think he did really good. He matched his voice perfectly, and it sounds a lot like Keith David, but a lot more gruffier and deeper. But I'll give anyone's word for it. It's that good, but I'll give it a 10 out of 10.
And yeah, with Kevin's version of Spawn, it was pretty good. Like, first he did the line.
Oh yeah, just yeah, and also like okay, let's see. Get the hell out of my way. Nobody's gonna get in my way. Got no time for this. Die.
Alrighty. Next
line
one,
And also and also yes, another thing. Even though this game did so like what I did like about it is how like there's a different for each different game system, there's each different character. Like Spawn, yeah, okay, so okay. If I am correct about this, for like GameCube and PlayStation, okay, oh yeah, PlayStation 2, it was Heihachi, and GameCube, it was probably Link or Spawn or wherever. But Heihachi, it surprised me that since he was a guest character in there, since he was from the Tekken franchise, it was awesome to see.
You're really starting to piss me off.
And his voice, yeah, it was like, that's all you got? Not even worth my breath.
All right, next one, Big D, Class of 3000.
Yeah, I don't remember him.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, never mind then. All right, now another next one, Baker from Amphibia. So, even though I didn't watch much episodes of Amphibia, but I did watch the season 3 of it. So Baker in Amphibia, of course, he's the baker, and he's a frog, and he is the father of Maggie Baker, who is in love with Sprig. Yeah, and I forgot what Anne came to him for and stuff, but he said if you want that, Maggie should go out with Sprig, and her like acting like creepy and stuff, and he's like, isn't she adorable? So yeah, but I think he's a pretty cool character.
Yeah, sounds interesting.
Yeah, I laughed. So what? You knew me, so
Oh,
you saw what he was.
Oh yeah, and I remember this one clip where the buns caught on fire, and he's like, Maggie, the buns are on fire.
All right, then.
But I'll give him a 9 out of 10. All right, next one. This shocked me. Jimbo from the Boss Baby back in business. So back in school, one of the kids wanted to watch Netflix. We watched this. I didn't know they did a series about this. So
yeah,
and, for Jimbo, this shocked me because I was like, why does that sound familiar? Wait, that's Snare. Oh, because that's clear Snarl's voice from Benjamin Ivers.
Actually,
What?
I actually watched the series 2 days ago. He's actually using Cleveland Jr.'s voice.
Well, it's still same pitch of Cleveland and Jimbo and Kevin Snarl, but yeah, it's the same pitch. But yeah, that still shocked me when I found this out, and he did a really good job too when I watched this series. And Jimbo is just a big baby. That's all I could say and
He's so
stuff, and
addicted
he's
to
pretty strong.
cookies.
Yep, that too.
Did you also see more comics? Other comments before yours? The one that says one last one for Kevin.
Oh yeah, I didn't see that, but for Jimbo, I would give him a 8 out of 10.
10 out of 10. Like, yeah, using Cleveland Jr.'s voice. And, like, yeah, with Jimbo's personality, I just like how Kevin captured it from the original movie.
All right, next one. Girl from Mortal Kombat 1995 movie. All right, so before I watched the movie itself, I played the game before on the arcade and whatnot. And Goro, he is a 4-armed giant creature, and I had no idea that Kevin voiced him until I watched a video they voiced him. The voice only, not of course a person inside the costume and whatnot. And he did a really good job voicing him and whatnot. So yeah, he broke Giant Cage's glasses, and that made him mad, and he nut punched Goro. So yeah.
All right, then next one.
Wait, is Fresh still here?
What?
Oh, I was make sure you weren't muted. But anyway, next one, Dr. Fate from Lego DC Comics Superheroes The Flash. So this is one of my favorite roles because he nailed it voicing Dr. Fate. So after Flash was like being taken over by Reverse Flash and losing his powers and whatnot, it comes to expert Dr. Fate to get his confidence and powers back, and he's just like a cool dude, like talking like a smooth jazz kind of character, almost like a love doctor. And when he sings too, it just it's hardcore, you know. And yeah, it. Besides this one, he also voices Dr. Fate and Young Justice, but this one is my most favorite. It's just that awesome. So I give him infinity.
Right. 9 out of 10.
All right. Do you have any pens, Fresh?
I mean, like, yeah. Even though I saw a little bit of like a Young Justice a bit, but I mean, it. Okay, so but since he's like all magical, kind of like DC's version of Doctor Strange, so I Infinity.
Yeah,
I mean, he's not lying.
All right, next one, Detective Chimp, Batman the Brave and the Bold.
Oh, okay. So before, like, yeah, I knew Kevin voiced him in Brave and the Bold. I sadly got introduced to him in Teen Titans, where he was voiced by Scott Manville.
Oh yeah, I saw that clip. I did not like that at all.
And that's also how I got introduced to Bawana Beast. Like, you know, you want a Bawana pants?
I mean, it was kind of funny, no doubt.
Yeah, it was, to be honest. Oh my God.
But yeah, he is a pretty cool character. He's a monkey that is a detective. That's how I got introduced to him. He's a good friend of Batman. And yeah, I got introduced to him through JK Gaming, voice clip of him where he described how hot Vixen is. Like wow. And, yeah. But Fresh, your experience?
Yes, it did surprise me too, and it's a great pleasure for Kevin to be multiple different characters in this show, and which was awesome in itself. And yeah, Detective Chimp, he's fantastic.
Don't patronize me, old chum. I just love that line he did. But just give me a sec, and I'm going down the next roll. But yeah. See, just
also, I did right. Okay.
All right. Let's see. Oh, here we go. Mammoth and Seymour from Teen Titans 2003.
Yeah, and Fresh, go ahead.
So what if we get busted? We get busted all the time. Hey, Seymour, does this make me look fat?
No way, Mammoth, it made you look rich. Need an eye, kid, wicked.
Remember that dirty joke you did to Starfire?
Yeah, it was in the episode where Seymour first appeared, and yeah, that didn't go so well.
I just like the laugh afterwards. Like, even though that was so wrong, I love the laugh afterwards.
Yes.
Uh, but yeah, Mammoth, yeah, that's how I got introduced to him because in Young Justice, his version of that was like, wow, it's like, what did he
Wait,
do to?
how's John Justice's version of Seymour?
No, I'm talking about Mammoth's like
Oh, okay,
version.
my bad. But yeah, I know what you're talking about. Like a kid getting invented, like injected by this chemical stuff. But I prefer the Teen Titans 2003 version. And actually, wait, no, that's Blockbuster. Never mind. That's off topic.
Mammoth, but Mammoth, yeah, basically a human version of Gorilla at that point. So yeah, he's not a better character from Kevin. And for Seymour, like, yeah, has cool powers, especially with his eyes and all that. I like how they change colors to like see what kind of powers he has. But for Teen Titans, Mammoth and Seymour barely talked like for the whole fucking seasons and all that until like the costume party and all that.
Nope, no, it wasn't.
Yeah.
No, they actually did talk in the episode where they're trying to take a day off, but the Titans won't leave them be. Remember that one?
Right. But oh, remember the episode where of course Robin was dressed as Red X to like see what the Hive was doing, and remember that every time they wanted to join the team, they would beat up Mammoth first.
Yes.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he didn't deserve that. I mean, I know he's evil, but he didn't deserve that. He was just minding his own business. I mean, come on.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about, and yeah. But Mammoth and Seymour, like, yeah, one of the best from the Hive, and yeah, well, for me, yeah, 10 out of 10.
A million.
Infinity.
And beyond. Next one, please.
Floronic Man from Batman and Harley Quinn. The what the heck?
Yeah, that was my fault.
Okay, I don't know what that was, but yeah, so he is one of the main antagonists besides Poison Ivy. So he's from another dimension. He's all covered in leaves and whatnot, and he has a pretty cool design too. And of course, he wants to take over a world, like turn anyone, Earth into a plant apocalypse or something like that. I can't remember; it's been a while, but yeah, and he like in charge besides Poison Ivy and stuff, and yeah, he was about to take over until Swamp Thing sort of stumped him, but he let it be because he didn't want to upset the balance and whatnot. Yeah, but at the end, he was just laughing hard up the antidote until like at the end it's shown like they're planning on to burn him with a match. So yeah, that's all I got to say. But for a rating, I give him a 20. All right, next one. I am Groot. Hello?
Hello? Oh.
Oh, Blitz is muted. But okay, so while he's muted, Groot, since him being saying I'm Groot a lot, and this shocked me when I found out that Kevin Michael Richardson voices him. Of course, I got introduced to him. Before I got introduced to him in Guardians of the Galaxy, I got introduced to him in Ultimate Spider-Man, but I was unaware that was Kevin Michael Richardson at first. But yeah, he did really good, and he's been voicing him in a lot of Marvel media ever since. Besides Vin Diesel, and yeah, he does really good.
I agree. Yes.
And I give him 100.
Yes.
I don't know what Blitz is doing, so I'll just couple more rolls and stuff.
Nah, no, no, no. I can't get that away. Well, I think for us a parasite back. Oh,
I'm sure he'll be back.
maybe probably just a call. Oh, okay, that's the right one. Okay.
If I need to think of a voice that screams masculinity, one of, if not the first guy I go to, is Kevin Richardson. Other people that come to mind are Crispin Freeman, Clancy Brown, Keith David, Peter Cullen, Jameson Price, Michael Ironside, Norio Wakamoto, George Nakata, Tomokazu Sugita, and of course, James Earl Jones. Yeah. Kevin does some live action too, like once he was a guest on How I Met Your Mother. But voices are where he really shines. This guy is one of the guys I heard most as a kid in my animated media, and he was very easy to recognize. He has this awesome sounding deep voice that he's always encouraged or asked to use for many roles, often leaning towards either soulful or booming. Characters like Panda Bubba from Shaolin Showdown, the Boogeyman from the Powerpuff Girls, or Skulker from Danny Phantom, though he was a second voice for him.
You'll never get away with this!
I already have. Soon I will rule the Hong Kong criminal underworld. You don't expect to sleep anytime soon, because now that I've blocked out the accursed sun, we're gonna make this night last forever.
I don't know how to emphasize how great this man sounds. He's such a joy to hear everywhere, whether he's the principal in American Dad, Action Hank from Dexter's Lab, or Dark Laser in Fairly Odd Parents. His voice just feels like he's playing a game of vocal limbo. How low can he go? Can he go down low? How low can...
What strange vermin cower beneath my rocks?
Wow. He doesn't even sound human there. I realize Trigon's voice might be lower digitally because it seems like there's no way a voice can go that low, but with Kevin, I'm just not sure. If anyone can set how low the bar is in voice acting, it's him.
Buds.
Wait, that didn't come out right.
Hey. What roles did you talk about while I was gone?
We could go on without you.
Oh, okay.
But
Well, I talk about what was it?
Groot.
Oh yeah, Groot.
My opinion about Groot. I'll give you the best answer ever. I am Groot. I mean, that's all he says. I mean, but his version of Groot was really awesome. Even though, like, back then he didn't, like, really want to say like one sentence, like what he voices Snitchell from like the pilot and all that.
Ew, that takes the point out of the one.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
It was so awesome how he. I'm sorry. It was so awesome how he took over for Michael Clark Duncan, because if you didn't know, he originally voiced him in Ultimate Spider-Man.
Oh.
Yeah.
All right. Next one. Okay. Yeah, I was just scrolling out because I was throwing a lot of stuff.
Go ahead, Kevin.
Yes. One of the best roles he's done. Yeah. He, of course, being the main antagonist of the franchise, he did excellent. Him sounding evil, menacing, and whatnot. And yeah, he did excellent as Shredder. And I'm really surprised that he voiced him. And I really liked how he did this. So he's let's see, Wrecking Infinity.
Yeah, with his version of Shredder, like, yeah, it's a big opportunity for him because he's the second black actor to play Shredder because of the original actor James Avery, and yeah, Shredder, aka Okazaki, yeah, had a childhood with with Splinter and all that, Hamato Yoshi, and like, yeah, just killing the girl he just loved the most. That was like dark.
I mean,
yeah,
he
wasn't intending. Yeah, he wasn't intending to do that.
But yeah, just fighting for love, like, yeah, especially during, like, of course they were not like brothers, but like, acting like brothers.
Yeah.
But for me, yeah, same as Chris and Infinity. You fresh?
I'm like, what can I say? This is the absolute best version of Shredder ever in the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles history.
Yes. Turtle soup.
And
Oh,
and yes,
oh.
and yes, Blitz. What?
No, go ahead.
Like you did say that you want me to do it, but Blabbermouth just had to keep on just.
Oh, yeah, that's okay though. But go ahead.
The rat thinks like a man again. Now you will know when my blade is at your throat. I have no time for idle threats, Turtle.
Now, can you do the impressions he was doing when he was auditioning for Super Shredder?
What? Tonight I dine on turtle soup?
Yeah, that one.
And tonight I dine on turtle soup, but tonight I and like okay, like tonight I dine on turtle soup. Is that what he did?
And then remember he did Miss Shredder.
I mean, like I saw it like twice, but it's been some time. Well, what is a bonus? What if I did like Super Shredder himself? Just.
And that's when I found out he could do really good Kermit the Frog.
Well, yeah, like that was fascinating.
Yeah, but Shredder, badass, like one of the best from Kevin.
All right, next one. King Shark from DC Superhero Girls. This is a minor role for Kevin because he appeared in like a short where Blackfire and Starfire were hanging out before Blackfire went back to her school she was going to, and he was like terrorizing town, and this surprisingly voiced him, and he really did a good job voicing him and stuff, and the girls defeated him by seeing a song they sing with their kids and rubbing around something to trap him in, and that's pretty much it. But I give him 100.
I mean, yeah, I've seen his version. Yeah, 10 out of 10.
Alrighty. And next one, Barney Rubble.
Okay, yeah, Barney Rubble.
Yeah, with Kevin's version of Barney Rubble, I'm surprised he didn't go dumb like how like Barney's supposed to go like hey Fred and all that. But no, his version was really like being high pitched and all that. And first, you want to give an example?
Okay. So even though I don't really know any current ones from him, I guess I could use some older ones. I'll just improvise. Hey, friend, I need something to make me taller. Why would I need 3 of them for?
Yeah, and I like how Kevin basically based it off on Matt Blank's like original voice for like Barney, because before like going dumb for his voice, it was really high pitch at first in the pilots.
Ah, that explains it. I actually had no idea.
But yeah, his version of Barney, like, it's really good. It's 10 out of 10 for me.
9.
Yeah, the voice, it just kind of reminded me. It reminded me of PP Otter from freaking Phineas and Ferb. You know that one episode where Candace gets tall?
Ah.
Yeah. It also kind of reminds me of this. What was it? This lizard he played in Uncle Grandpa, like that. Did the clothes and all that for this one kid.
Let's see. I don't think I remember that one.
Okay. Next one, Skulker from Danny Phantom.
Yes, one of the best from even though this was not originally his character to play, like when he took over, he just went all out with it. Really good voice for him and all that. It's like being a bounty hunter and all that. So yeah, for him, infinity for me.
Me too. And yeah, he's a perfect voice for him. The first voice was pretty alright, but for Kevin is a lot more awesome. And I was talking about him that he is dating Amber McLean.
Yep, I remember that too. And Fresh One did the voice.
Yeah. My girlfriend thinks I'm a lousy hunter. I'm here to prove her wrong. And yes, you are correct. He is the much more better voice. But the one thing that I don't like is that it turned out to be some freaking blob controlling the suit.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I just hate that,
Yeah.
He's kind of like Shredder from the 2003 version, where he's controlled by an Ultron, and all that.
Yeah, that's weird.
But yeah, overall, Skulker, cool character. That's why he's my mascot.
Yep.
Bingo.
All right, next one. Lost my place because I was going. Okay, here we go. Dark Laser, the Fairy Odd Parents.
This is how I think pretty much everybody got introduced to him.
Yes, sir.
Me. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Dark Laser, a parody of Darth Vader. Like, yeah, did a perfect voice and all that. Just love those moments where he could get cootie with Foopsie and all that.
Mm-hmm.
Thinking that he's a real life, real being. It is kind of funny.
Yeah, it is. And go ahead, Fresh.
Let's see what was one of them. Okay, let's see. Let's say we meet again, Timmy Turner, but this time I will destroy you with my lightsaber made of a love's inlay.
Yep, awesome.
Yeah, it's just every time when he does that gibberish laugh, it just makes me so jealous. He just does it so awesome. How can he be able to,
Because that's Kevin. He could do anything.
It kind of reminds me of Panda Bubba's laugh.
Yes, exactly.
But yeah, great character from Kevin. Like one of the best. Like the first one I got introduced to. Yeah, Infinity.
Bonus.
Me too.
All right, next one.
Let's see.
I mean, just the comment he put counts like saying something about Tombstone.
Yeah. Here we go.
Yeah, Kevin's version of Tombstone, really good. Even though at first it was Keith David at first, voicing him in the first episode and all that, but when he took over for like Keith, I thought it was really good, like for a Tombstone, like one of the best.
And yes, I did learn that originally in the source material that he's supposed to be some kind of street thug and not really all that smart, but in Spectacular Spider-Man, he was made to be some intelligent crime boss. And yeah, he was really awesome. He was so much better here. And of course, I did like the voice. Like Kevin's voice right here is just always right. I forgot to mention one other one, but he's just 100% cool character. And let's see. In my life, I've been called many names. My favorite is Tombstone.
Yeah, that's my favorite line he did. And yeah, that's my favorite version of Tombstone throughout the Marvel franchise.
Yeah, about the character Tombstone. Did you know Nolan North actually voiced him one time?
Yes.
What?
Yeah, he did. And what did you thought of his version from Spider-Verse?
Okay, he was fine. He had like he had like one line, but he was okay.
Same,
That's a man.
Tombstone, 10 out of
10. All right. Okay. Yeah, problem here. Even though there's a lot of roles here, I might be getting a bit of overboard. So here's the thing. I'll talk about maybe 6 or 7 roles, and I'll end the stream. Is that okay?
Sure, just talk about the
Choose wisely, though.
Yes.
All right. Let's see. What's another good one to talk about next? Oh, here we go. Happy the 70.
Ooh, yes. Another white character Kevin played.
Mm-hmm. And that shocked me when I found this out. So yeah, he is very happy based on his name, and he annoys the frick out of Grumpy. And yeah, and mainly because he sings a lot and whatnot, but I still like him. He's just a fun character, and I would love to hang out with him. But yeah, if you mess up with his guitar, he will not be happy.
Yeah. Happy. How do you feel right now?
Why I feel like I'm a winner. So we play to win. We win, come to play. The jewels, we got them. We dig every day.
Nice.
Yes, Kevin's version of Happy is, yes, it is so awesome and amazing and tender and everything. And this is, of course, one of those moments where he gets to show off his singing skills, and of course, freaking nailed it.
Yep.
I give it 1 million.
Yeah.
Nice. All right, next one. Let's see here. Mr. Gus.
Mr. Gus, he's just part of the crew and all that. Of course, he never gets his way because of Pizza Steve, because Uncle Grandpa favors him over Pizza Steve all the time.
Yeah, and it's always grumpy, always have a depressed look and whatnot, but he's still a cool character. However, in certain episodes, it's kind of wacky. But there's a short. And you guys showed me this in a stream once, and I actually skipped it.
Yeah, I remember.
I I actually
Oh.
skipped it while watching the series on HBO Max because I don't want to live through that again. Like, what were they thinking having Kevin do this?
I remember one scene where like they changed the colors for him, right? For Mr. Gus. And like this is the highest pitch I heard Kevin do. Like, I get grumpy when I don't have my oatmeal.
Oh, brother.
Oatmeal. But Mr. Gus himself, like, yeah, he had a couple of good episodes, like, just trying to be the responsible of the crew. Yeah, 10 out of 10.
Yeah. I give him a affinity. All right, next one.
All right,
The
what
one
about
on my
person's
profile.
opinion?
Episode.
Oh, sorry.
And your your score?
Yeah, same as you.
All right.
Alrighty, now for the moment of truth, my profile picture, Blitzwolfer from Ben 10 Omniverse. Yes, the reason he became my favorite alien, not just because of the design, which is really cool, but for Kevin voicing him, it's just really awesome. Giving a deep, growly voice, he just did an awesome job. But originally in the 2005 series, he was originally called Ben Wolf and originally voiced by Tara Strong with a voice filter and all. She did alright, but this one he did awesome. And the reason he was changed to Blitzwolfer because he was still called an American Ben Wolf in London. Kai Green was mentioned to Ben about Ben Wolf, and he said it's not called Ben Wolf anymore. It's called. And then he looks over to the TV and sees Wolf Blitzer, and he called himself Blitzwolfer. And she's like, Blitzwolfer? It sounds like you just made that up. But even though it is just made up, I still think it's kind of a cool name. And yeah, what's cool about him? Besides his appearance, he has howling powers, which I love the sound of his howling, and yeah, it's just one of my favorite aliens, and yeah, I really dig it. I give Blitzwolfer 100. You Blitz?
Same.
Yeah, and Snarl, he is a mummy-like alien. And this shocked me when I found out that Kevin Michael Richardson voiced him, and that's another reason I like Snarl, and also because of the design. And of course, I like Blitzwolfer. He was originally called Ben Mummy, and he was voiced by a guy named Richard Green, and he only appeared once in the 2005 series. But him reappearing in Omniverse actually gave me so much excitement because his first reappearance was in the episode Frogs of War Part 1, and yeah, that was pretty awesome that he showed up again. And yeah, I give him 100. You Blitz?
Yeah, I was pretty surprised to see him again, like after a long time. Like, yeah. Hey, I remember the line. I was like, oh, great. I don't even remember what this one does. Oh, yeah, that. And yeah. Very
Yeah,
much like,
I'm glad he's been he used them for a few episodes, and yeah, he did awesome. And my favorite line he did was "Hey, down go Siphon." So yeah, next one, Bulkhead from Transformers Prime. So yes, even though Bill Fackerbuggy voiced him in Transformers Internet, which is how it got used to Bulkhead, this one takes the cake, which he makes him a lot more awesome. So Bulkhead being a member of Team Prime, also before that he was called a Wrecker, which he still is. He's known for wrecking things, of course, and besides that, he's just a really good like a wise guy and stuff. And I just love his voice and all too. And yeah, one of my favorite lines, he mainly got from Miko, where he's like attacking the I forgot what they're called, but they're bad guys and stuff. And he's like, Polo, hey Marco, you're supposed to say Polo. And yeah, it's just I just love him and stuff. And the first episode, when he's talking to a guy named Entry Fowler, he's like, hey Fleshy, did anyone explore on the freeway? Team Bright knows what to use force and know how much to use. And he crushes something that Roger owns. He's like, Bulkhead, I needed that.
yeah.
But what your opinion?
My opinion, yeah, he's a good voice. Like, yeah, to tell you what, Bill and Kevin, they did really good voices for Bulkhead. Like him, like his version of Bulkhead being like all brave and like being a leader to everybody other than Optimus Prime. Oh, give me a second, please.
Okay.
I'm back. So,
All right.
yeah, as I said before, brave, just try to be a leader like Octopus Prime. And one of my favorite scenes from Bulkhead is like he he ruined Knockout's paint job, which was pretty fun.
Oh yeah, because he temporarily got smart, and he was like transformed, and he had a broom, not a broom, a mop with a paint on it. And it's like this is this equals, and Knockout's like, you painted my
ruined
paint
my
job.
paint job, Dinkelberg.
Yeah.
Man, that was
And
funny.
another thing, my favorite about him is where an episode where the whole base is full with scrablets, which is creatures that eats metal. That's why the Autobots are afraid of him. And him with Miko are like trying to search for him. And I went dark for a couple seconds. He's like, ah! And she's like, did you just scream like a little girl? No, maybe. Can you talk about this later? And then at the end of the episode, she screams too, but it wasn't a scrabble, it was a sputter, and he said the exact same line she did. But for Bulkhead, I give Affinity.
Yeah, same, man. Fresh, go ahead.
Okay. Oh well. Let's see. So what did the line go again? Fleshy did anything? Okay.
Did anyone get splattered on the freeway?
Okay. Hey, Fleshy, did anyone get splattered on that freeway?
Perfect. Yeah. And score?
Yeah, that's all you have to say, but that is it's still good. All right.
Same as you.
Yeah. Another one. Sheriff Blubs. Or is it Blubs? Shoot, I might have misspelled it.
Like Sheriff Blubs. Yeah,
my bad.
Like, other than Happy, this is one of my other favorites from Kevin when he does like kid-friendly, characters.
Mm-hmm. And yeah, he is like a local sheriff besides his partner. What was his name?
Deputy Durling.
Durling, yeah.
And they're somewhat of a couple.
Because they're gay, like, yeah, it's obvious, like, yeah, throughout the episodes and all that. And yeah, and this is one of my favorite voices Fresh does from Kevin. Like, can you do it?
Well, look at what we got here. City Boy thinks he's gonna solve a mystery with his fancy computer phone.
City Boy! City Boy!
You are adorable.
Yeah. Sure.
I remember at the end of the episode where I don't know what you just found, but I could take a long second for copy. Actually, we did, and he shows an head. Oh, I just love that scene. That was to crack me up.
Yes.
But yeah, overall, my score is infinity for him.
Me too.
Same.
All right, one more.
Maurice from Penguins of Madagascar.
Yes, and before seeing the movie, this is how I actually got introduced to Maurice. Like, yeah, a good replacement for let's see, Cedric the Entertainer. Yeah, and like, yeah, tried to be the responsible one of the group of like Mort and like King Julian. And yeah, I remember this is one episode where like Maurice was actually in control, like had King Julian's like hats and all that because of these berries he was eating.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I saw that episode because I have a DVD of it somewhere. And yeah, he did excellent voicing him. Even though Cedric the Entertainer voiced him in the movies, he did excellent. But this version, it really takes the cake. And he even voiced him again in the Netflix series called All Hail King Julian. So,
Maurice, what are you doing? Such sterile food.
I am happy.
Sorry. I know I am. I'm sorry. I'm almost done.
You know there's a limit on stuff on this.
Yes, ma'am.
Well, I just not took my medicine, so stop what you're doing for a second. Fix this for me.
Yeah, let me turn my mom for a sec.
Okay. But Maurice, just the wild foot.
You think I'm into that stuff? That belongs with boys.
Oh, get it! I want to do it! No, Mort. But Maurice, what is our schedule today?
Oh, and also like as a bonus, like I know you wanted to talk about the Mongo, so I'll just do a little bit for you. How about that? How's that?
No, that's fine.
What is typing my star? You met your match, right?
Yes, my loyal servant, the Mongo. What do you want to do for Samurai Jack?
I do as I do too, just the same as you, my star.
And then I know he did a little bit, like he did a little bit of his Kamek.
Okay, right. Yeah. Behold, the King of the coupon.
Yeah, I still can't believe he went for a chameleon voice.
Yeah, probably like suggested, either they suggested it or he suggested it. Whoever did it is a genius.
I mean, to be honest, Kamek is like, an old wizard, so like I saw what they were going for.
I mean, like, well, I know what I said about him probably raising Bowser, which is what I read about, but it did say sidekick, so I don't know who to believe.
Yeah, so let me write this up by saying that him 100 out of 100.
Yes, and happy birthday to Nancy Cartwright, Nika Futterman, and Kevin Michael Richardson. Hope you all have a good birthday.
Ditto.
Yep, and y'all have a good night. Bye-bye, everyone.
Bye.
Later.